Hello there, everyone. I know this is a bit weird, but we're streaming a little bit earlier just so we can kind of get into this new schedule of having this just be a little bit earlier. For those who haven't been around, we're gonna catch up. This is our current team right now. We got Vola the Garchomp, Lucas Lugia, Onion Fairy, or Celebi, Ryan the Nidorino, and Jackie the Krogan. And we technically got a quote-unquote HM slave, but not really. Turtwig, who I have not nicknamed because he's not a part of the team. Nothing new in the Pokedex. Just so everyone's in correct terms, yes is a randomizer, which is why it said servants, and I'm a hardy nature. We currently have 3 badges: the basic, toxic, and insect badge. We're gonna strive for Elisa's badge, but right now we are nowhere near her level. We are currently level in the 20s. Her highest level Pokemon's level 30s, so we're gonna focus on battling people, maybe bring a new Pokemon into the squad, maybe not, who knows, and then start looking into the new city. So that's what we're gonna start off with. And if anyone was here last time, this person consistently battled me every single time, which is why they're oddly sticking out. Oh, my bad. Oops. Note to self, just get off the bike. Because in the sand, you travel super slow on the bike. Let's see. So start off with this operator mark, apparently. Oh, he has a Larvitar. Nice. The first stage evolution of Tyranitar. A pseudo legendary. Which it doesn't matter because he's not gonna live. Great defenses, but not really in the special side, so bye. That adds a Garchomp also, so pseudo legendary kind of thing. Oh, dude, Butterfree with airlock, interesting. Oh, I would have preferred something else if I had a Butterfree. Not a great bug type, a good early bug type, but not a great one. Just for the sheer fact that eventually it falls behind, but it does learn a move like Confusion early on. So it's like your first Psychic type move, you know, at least in Gen 1 and like the later gens of Gen 1. We're looking to battle people, and then eventually we'll look at some new Pokemon. Alright, let's see what these fishermen, in quotes, have. They are actually ace trainers, apparently. That's cute. Luckily, this is before fairy types, so obviously Snubbull is not a fairy. In the next gen, fairy types get introduced, so technically Snubbull's right now is a normal type as we speak. So, who has static? Which, it doesn't matter if you're ground type, you actually still get paralyzed if you make physical contact with said Pokemon. And look at me making contact with this Snubbull. And it has Milk Drink. It's don't put too much into that. It's a signature move of Milk Tank. Naturally, no other Pokemon would have it. Where it gets the milk from? If it's not a Milk Tank, I don't know. Don't ask, don't tell, kind of thing. So yeah, it's not. I'd wish not to be paralyzed, so I may kill said. Fuck me. Why? Let's just hit. Let's kill, by the way. Oh, of course not. I would like a crit. Magnitude. So, Magnitude, despite it being used in may have saw a different number. Magnitude is basically a store brand earthquake. It's not consistent with damage. The higher the number, the more damage it does, but it's not like amazing because it could do magnitude 1, which it is literally piss poor damage, but again, you have to get lucky. Magnitude 10 would be, I think, equivalent to earthquake. I think we have something to cure up this paralysis. I don't have to go back. Yeah, there we do. Thank God. But yeah, I'd rather have, I think in this gen it exists now, Bulldoze. Bulldoze is way better. Because it lowers the opponent's speed, even though it's 60 power, I believe. So, it's not the greatest, but it does have a benefit of like lowering the opponent's speed. Ooh, Darumaka. I actually used a Darumaka on my like White 1 playthrough. Not a bad Pokemon. If you can get over its original ability, I don't know what its ability right now is, but if you get over its original ability, Hustle, it's actually a pretty good Pokemon because it eventually evolves into Darmanitan, a very fast physical fire type that has Sheer Force. And Sheer Force removes the second effects of moves, so for example, Fire Punch having the chance of burning. Wow, alright, Leap. Freaking Drought. Means that, how should I put it? You lose the secondary effect of burning the opponent, but because you lose that effect, you gain more power. Some people use it with Life Orb and stuff, which because you negate the fact that you're losing the Life Orb damage. So, the Leap here, on the other hand, even though it just fainted, is when it evolves to Cradily, pretty good Pokemon, at least competitive wise. Maybe who knows? People can argue that Armado's better because it has Swift Swim. That's more offensive, while Cradily is more passive. Ooh, nice. So, tomato. So the item we just picked up was Black Sludge. For those veterans of the Pokemon series, we have an item called Leftovers, which would heal any Pokemon regardless of type. A little bit of HP after every turn. For Black Sludge, it's actually the opposite. If you're not poison type, you get damaged every turn. But if you're poison type, like Ryan and Jackie here, you actually get healed at the end of every turn. So we could give it to Ryan, but Ryan has Scope Lens, I believe, and then Onion Fairy has the XP share, so we're going to give it to Jackie. Only reason why another Pokemon that's not poison type would be holding it is because, let's say you're a Lopunny with Klutz, which means you don't know how to use the item, which means the item doesn't go into effect. You switch it off to your opponents and be like, here you go, here's Black Sludge. Which hinges the opponent because then they're on a timer. Because Black Sludge does a set amount of damage regardless of your defenses, regardless if you're cured of poison, or if you're not poisoned, or if you're paralyzed and burned. So, it doesn't matter. You're going to get damaged every other turn. Or at the end of every turn, not every other turn. If it isn't, Operator Pansy. Interesting name. With his Machoke. Choke me, daddy. A Chokema. There's actually a Pokemon, a Machoke in Pokemon Stadium named Chokema. It's hilarious. Chokema, what, dude? Maybe I'll do a stadium run. I don't know if I'll do Randomizer because that's a bit of a cancer patient syndrome where I'm choosing to want to kill myself doing that. Because unfortunately, Pokemon Stadium is designed kind of like Pokemon Revolution. You bring your own Pokemon with a better set in there, and use them. Because the ones in Stadium, the sets they have are garbage. Mind you, they make up for the fact that, let's say, Charmander has Fire Blast and Charmeleon has Flamethrower and then Charizard has Fire Spin. That's how they make up for it. Oh, you're weaker powered, so wow, Side Wave. I'm not gonna teach it because it's a weird move that does different damage every time you use it. Like you would prefer, honestly, if you have no other psychic moves, Confusion's just way better at that point. But obviously, you take Side Beam. Ah, Zangoose. But yeah, Pokemon Stadium? No. Don't. If you ever get a chance to ever play that game, enjoy it for what it's worth. But it's an ancient relic that has a lot of mistakes, like this fight right now, where I just got ice sharded. But yeah, it's not it's fun for the times, and I've actually played and I actually own it. I both own Stadium 1 and 2 physically, and they were great for the times. But nowadays, with all the mechanics that are fixed from Stadium 1, I'm like, ugh, it's rough. Trapping moves, you couldn't move. Sleep was considered a turn. Like, not sleep, but waking up from sleep was like, that's your full turn. You didn't wake up and then attacked. Also, I just realized my statement for anyone that was here in the previous parts, where I said, "Oh, I would never send Lugia against opponent with ice type moves." I'm doing that right now. Not a bright move there. But yeah, yep. Stadium 1 was an interesting mistake, and then Stadium 2 kind of fixed what Stadium 1 had, but at the same time, not amazingly. Mind you, the Stadium, or back then, Gen 1 and 2, you could actually max out all stats. As in, not max it out to like 999, but like the EVs didn't exist. It was called DVs, which you can max out all the DVs on the Pokemon stats. Which is why some Pokemon, like for example Kingdra, that were introduced in Gen 2, have all their stats the same. So it's not bad in any stat, but it's not great in any stats. Which is why, yeah, that's a thing. But it is what it is. We went past that, and now we're in EVs where there's only a set amount, and you specialize in certain stats. Usually, you want to buff your strongest stats, and then kind of deviate away from your weakest stat, because you never want to be like, oh, Chansey, oh, Chansey will be my physical wall when you know Chansey is a special wall. But you pair it up with things that can cover the weaknesses, like Skarmory, because there used to be a thing called Skarm Bliss, which is where Skarmory was like a physical wall, Chansey was a special wall. You kind of swap between the two, until obviously the ability Magnet Pool came into play, or Bliss Skarm was also the other one before Eviolite. But let's just say once Magneton and some other Pokemon got Magnet Pull, Skarmory had to run Shed Shell, which is an item that allowed you to switch out despite being trapped, in quotes. So it's not a fun way. But then again, it is fun. I did use a Magnapole Magnezone to remove an Empoleon from someone I was battling with. So it is what it is. Alright, the Onion Fairy is now level. Bouffalant. Unfortunately, not an evolution to Tauros, even though Tauros is a relatively good normal type. Bouffalant's a good normal type, but kind of like a store brand Tauros. Though it has a signature move, which it obviously won't have here because it's a randomizer. So every Pokemon's moves are completely out of whack. But essentially speaking, Bouffalant, not Tauros, I know, confusing them, is actually not bad normal type. He has Sap Sipper if you want to be immune to grass and add that to your immunity roster, but it has a signature move called Head Charge. A very powerful normal type move that not only hits hard it does have a drawback. Recoil. Unfortunately, kind of like a double-edged recoil, but hopefully not as bad. I don't remember. I haven't used a Buflon. What? I just realized something. What the fuck happened here? Okay, that was weird. I swore the Buflon was gonna go down. I forgot to switch out Volo. Boom. Yeah. Just kind of like a Lolo Molo that we fought earlier in the playthrough. A lot of people when they when they were first revealed thought it was gonna be a Love Disc evolution, which, to be fair, Love Disc kinda needs an evolution if it wants to be viable. So, yeah. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It's a standalone Pokemon, which is pretty good, but at the same time, like, it's better for stall. It's not an offensive unit by any means. Yeah, Mega. A very good wanted evolution. Or at least it helped Yama in 2nd gen. Or an evolution introduced in 4th gen, but it really helped out when it was introduced for Yama in 4th gen. It made Yama worth it, essentially speaking, with either Speed Boost or Tinted Lens, which Tinted Lens basically turned a not so effective move to a normally effective move, so you get plowed pretty hard by whatever move it uses. Usually Bug Buzz. But ooh, juniors. Okay. A mythical, not a myth. Actually, isn't it considered a mythical? I don't know. The Darkrai and Scyther. Yikes. So, Darkrai was considered one of the best Pokemons out there until Smeargle ruined it. Ironically, not through being powerful, but being basically an asshole for taking its limelight. Where Darkrai was very intimidating back then because it had a move called Dark Void. And Dark Void is a sleep move with like 80 accuracy, so it was one of the best. I think it was 80 accuracy, with one of the best accuracy in sleep besides Spore, because Spore was 100%, so you can't really beat 100%. But unfortunately, what happened was Smeargle, a Pokemon who can learn any move with his move sketch, and it's not a great Pokemon. Its stats are okay, and it had an ability Moody, which is probably why you run Smeargle, because it can learn any move and it has a Moody. Ability Moody, which raises a random stat but lowers a random stat. So, there's that. But what happened was Smeargle would use Dark Void, and in VGC, out of all places in the world, and kind of ruined it for Darkrai, because everyone was like, Dark Void is too powerful, let's nerf the move to 50% accuracy, which made it worse than Hypnosis, mind you. And then not only that, they made it so that Darkrai was the only one that could use it, and for some reason Smeargle used it, it failed, which made it counterproductive to nerf the accuracy of the move. So, and then just make it that Darkrai was the only one that could use it. Mind you, Sleep is broken in 5th gen. It's not a secret here or there. Sleep was one of those where like, no, I'm gonna swim. I am not doing that. I'm keeping my physical attacker. Oh, oh, Ryan, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah. What was that on Darkrai? So, unfortunately, they nerfed Darkrai. I don't agree with the nerf, but even though Darkrai was very imposing in the entire competitive scene, whether it's VGC or singles in Smogon. But I don't know what to tell anyone because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, well, you just ruined a Pokemon. I know Onion Fairy has the Black Sludge. Do not worry about it. I have no intentions of summoning the Onion Fairy while it has a Black Sludge on it. But yeah, if they did it where it was only that Darker could use it, nice. I'll consider that in my mind. Fortress is a Bug Steel type who is very defensive yet, but has the ability to keep the momentum with Volt Switch, oddly enough. And mind you, it just survived a Timid Lugia level 22 Air Slash, which is a stab in my eyes. Well, it is stab. But yeah, if they would have done it to where like Darkrai was the only one that could use the move and just keep the accuracy at 80, and then they're like, you know, we're gonna ban Darkrai from the format, so be it. Or ban Dark Void as a whole, so be it. But they nerfed the move and made it so Darkrai was the only one that could use it. Basically, imagine you had a little sibling that could use the card too. Oh. We'll try it, even though Lugia's special attack is better than its physical attack, but we'll try it. Why not? Basically, what they did to Darkrai was you have a little sibling, you both drive the same car. The car, you take care of the car, but you're a menace with it. But your sibling destroys the car multiple times, and then the car is in its total wreck state. You get to keep it. That's yours. But your brother's not allowed to touch it anymore, which is a little counterproductive. Or a little sibling, not a little brother. I know it's a little brother, but like it's counterproductive. Great that you got the that you're the only one that could use it. But it kind of sucks that it's already been ruined and it's broken, and you might as well just get a new one. Which, to be fair, nowadays, Darkrai runs Hypnosis now because Dark Void is so, like, it's 50-50 accuracy, so it's a 50-50 shot, like kind of like Dynamic Punch at that point. And Hypnosis is 60, so you might as well just use something that has a little bit of a higher chance. So, mind you, is there ways of getting around that 50-50 accuracy? Yes. There is a bunch of ways now. Or not a bunch of ways, but a couple ways to get through it. Nice, Durant. One of them being Gravity. Not a move you would see on everyone by any standards. But Gravity, essentially speaking, makes all Pokemon grounded. So regardless whether you have Levitate or you're flying, you're going to get hit by a ground type move. And not only that, all moves are 100% accurate. So you negate any accuracy issues from Pokemon, like let's say from moves like Dynamic Punch, Draco Meteor that sometimes can miss in the most crucial of moments, and everything. So you kind of negate a lot of that. Do people want to stick Gravity in their team? Most likely not. Because I'll be honest with you. Oh shoot, Cottonee. It's not a fairy type yet, unfortunately. It doesn't have its great ability Prexer, so it's not worth getting, but so cute. But yeah. You could do that, you could do Mind Reader, but Darkrai doesn't have any of those two moves, so you'd need a partner, and Mind Reader doesn't really help Darkrai. Just Telekinesis, which again, Darkrai can't learn, so kind of like, sorry Darkrai, but fuck you kind of thing. Oh my god, I actually need this. It's autumn. The hell? We were just in summer. Interesting. Um. Oh, cool. We'll visit the Relic Castle. I believe the Relic Castle has 2 fossils, which is in this game it's Archon and Tortuga, I believe. I always forget because I always remember its evolution, which is Caracosta. So forgive me on that one. I'm so used to like, oh yeah, Caracosta, not Tortuga. Ooh, Drapion. A very interesting Pokemon, very good in its way of being a poison dark type. I believe it's more physically defensive and has better offenses in general, but I did face competition against its rival, Skuntank at the time, because Skuntank had certain moves that and abilities that Drapion didn't have. For example, Pursuit and Aftermath. And why Pursuit was so good is because if you were switching, Pursuit always went first. So you would never leave away damage free, essentially speaking. So that would leave you in a bind, because you would potentially go for the chance of getting hit and get, essentially speaking, fucked, because you lose sometimes psychic types. So that's fun. Imagine losing your psychic type because you weren't prepared for Pursuit. But that's the whole strategy of Pursuit trapping, where, oh, psychic type came in, you switch in your dark type, and then they have to worry about the Pursuit, because if you switch, Pursuit does double damage, which I think Pursuit was 60 power, I think, or maybe even less. But it basically would end your Pokemon at that point, your Psychic types, because usually it was used by pretty good physical attackers like Tyranitar, Skuntank, Bisharp. So it was never fun to lose your Pokemon to a Pursuit Trapper. It is what it is. Ooh. Wait. I don't think it is what it is, because yep, never mind. It's a sellable item. I thought it was the item to make a oh, nice, soft sand. To make a shell bell. Soft sand. Soft sand powers up ground type moves. We'll give that to Volo. I'll be honest, I don't know where the Relic Castle is, but we're gonna go along. But we'll see. Yeah, Pursuit trapping. It was a thing. Terrible thing, but oh, dude, Pidgey, the Gen 1 starter bird. Oh, never mind. I was looking at it. Yeah, it is base power. It's base power 40, so basically you get hit with a base power 80 move for Pursuit if you switch. But dude, Pidgey, relatively okay Gen 1 starting bird. Pidgeot's was a pretty good Pokemon. It's not the greatest by any fucking standards, but it was okay. And then it got better actually when Megas got introduced. When Mega Pidgeot hit the floor, it was pretty good because of its ability to allow it not to miss any moves. So there was perfect hurricanes, perfect heat waves, and everything. And you might be wondering, aren't those all special moves? Yes, technically, Mega Pidgeot or Pidgeot went from a physical attacker to a special attacker when it Mega Evolved. So it was kind of a weird, like, funky motion. But it's been a thing. It's accepted, and it happened. No one can let that go. But yeah. Oh, dude, the special wall. I am not gonna do any damage to this, so I am switching. Blissey is the special defense wall of gods and has a shit ton of HP. Imagine, it's in Sword and Shield right now, I believe, and it can have I think 14k or 1400, not 14k, 1400 HP. That's ridiculous for a Dynamax Pokemon because Dynamax doubles your health. Blissey, I think max health can have 700 something HP at level 100, mind you. Obviously, we're not like counting we're not counting the fact that it usually competitions is level 50. But unfortunately, it still gets outplayed by its pre-evolution, Chansey, just because of the Eviolite. Because Evia at least gives Chansey a 50% boost on its physical defense, which is almost non-existent. I believe their base defense and even attack is not 2010, which is worse. But they do give a lot of XP though, as you could kind of tell I jumped 2 levels with Jackie. Ooh, Splash Blade. I think again, twice. Fuck. I didn't want another Splash Blade. I could just sell one of them at that point. Ooh, Steelix. A Gen 2 Steel type Pokemon. Introduction of Steel types was interesting to say the least. Steelix is that physical wall, or at least back in Gen 2, that couldn't really do much. And it kinda not really offensive by any means in a way, but it's one physically defensive by every standard of the method. But unfortunately, at least for this Steelix, it's not special attack oriented. It's more physical, but you usually use it as a defensive pivot, a tank. Do I need one? I'm doing fine for now. Let me, though unfortunately, as I'm gonna probably reveal to everyone right now, special defense, not that great. Even though it just swapped its yeah, it changed its stats with me. So I have the physical defense, but piss poor special defense, and now he has a little bit better special defense, but it doesn't matter. It's a ground steel type that evolved from Onyx. Did Onyx need it? Yeah, why not? Steelix was a very good Pokemon. A very good roar shape, a roar shifter or phase shifter that prevent setup. It just couldn't threaten a lot of Pokemon's with attacks because it's at least in Gen 2, its most powerful Steel type move was Iron Tail, which has, if not piss poor accuracy, or at least the accuracy doesn't look bad, but when you need it to hit, it will not hit. That's basically what it is. When you need it to hit, it will miss everything. And you're gonna scream, why did I do this to myself? Especially if you're in a tournament. But if you're in a tournament by that point, you want to use Iron Head at that point. So, and Cetus did get a Mega, but the Mega became even more bulky and was absurdly physical wall, but didn't really do much in terms of like, oh my god, it's immovable, it's indestructible, but not really. It was I think it would be like a Stealth Rocker with Toxic in case it couldn't hit the opponent, but it did do relatively well. I think it would prefer Heavy Slam, I think. Just because of obviously how heavy it was, because Heavy Slam does more damage the heavier you are against the opponent. But yeah, not the greatest Steel type. It wasn't in the higher ranks by any means. Jesus Christ, my eyes, I'm not gonna lie, are relatively hurting from the sand. Oh, get rich quick, kids. Great. That's my dream. Well, not my dream, I'll tell you that. At least not in the well, in this game I would hopefully want to be relatively funded, but actually I don't know. I love the concept. I would love the concept of getting rich, but let's put it this way: the fame. It's a whole different story. Oh, dude, Sneasel, fast dark type. Unfortunately, was introduced when it was introduced. It was introduced in Gen 2. Not the greatest gen to be introduced in because up until Gen 4, everything was physical or special was based on typing. So if you were ever confused on what moves were special, just think of this: all the EV evolutions and Dragon were special moves. So fire, water, electric, grass, ice, and Dragon. Oh, and dark and psychic. I forgot about Umbreon Espion. Those were all special moves, which weren't that great because Sneasel was a physical attacker. So you can imagine he didn't really have the greatest of stabs. Alright, so now where the hell am I in this area? Shockingly enough, it's... Oh, there it is. There's the entrance I'm going for. So, maybe we get the fossil, maybe we don't. And if we do, I don't know which. I may go for Archon's fossil, even though it's not going to be Archon by any standards. It's going to be some random Pokemon because it's a randomizer. So, but I think I originally went Tortuga when I originally did my run. Which again, Caracosta, not a bad Pokemon. Just it wasn't very offensive compared to Archeops. But Archeops did have a drawback where it has amazing stats, but due to the amazingness of his stats, Game Freak's like, we must nerf you. So they gave him the Fetus, and that sucks, because the Fetus, when you're in half health, which is could be very common for some Pokemon, your attacking stats are cut in half. Imagine slow start, but in reverse, and it's based on your health instead of how many turns. That's how bad it was. And you could go physical or special with Archeops. That was the thing. Like Archeops had a very decent attack stat. Obviously, physical was nice, looked nicer on paper, but you could have gone special if you wanted to, just to hit those Pokemon that are physically bulky, that thought they could get you. Huntail. What the fuck? I call shenanigans on that. Why, Huntail? You know, let's risk it. He doesn't have another Pokemon, so hopefully I don't... That was my fault, my mistake. I thought I could KO it. Huntail is a split evolution from Clamperl. Oddly enough, this one has drought, so it kind of sucks for it. Oh, there's no sand. Oh yeah, because it's drought. Let's switch him out. Not in the mood to lose a Pokemon at this very moment. We'll send in Jackie. But Huntail, unfortunately, is inferior to Gorobus. In the generation they're introduced in, Gen 3, they basically had similar stats, but except, unfortunately, Water was a special attack, so Gorobus had the better preferred stat spread because it was more of a special attacker, while Huntail was more a physical attacker. But oddly enough, its physical attack wasn't like amazing either, while Gorobus' special attack was pretty spot on. That's gonna Bolt Strike me. I actually should have switched into Volog in hindsight with this Bolt Strike nonsense. Cool. Good thing for the poison, because I'd be a little bit livid. Just gonna switch into Garchomp, aka Volo. and just avoid this Bolt Strike, which I completely forgot about in the whole process of explaining. But yeah, Huntail, I like Huntail. Unfortunately, it's inferior compared to Gorbis, even when they both got Shell Smash. And being either a Shell Smash sweeper or a passer, Gorbis was just much better. So, Huntail went down into the ways, and I think they're in the same tier, which makes it even worse. Or I think Huntail may have fallen a tier below, but like, it's even worse. I hate it. I wish Huntail was better though. Thanks, Sailor Mike. You kind of wreck shop on my team. Let me heal them with whatever I have. I don't got much. I could go back to that lady and be like, oh, I need a heal, but I'm good. I don't want to trek all the way back. I'll deal with my mistakes. Besides, where's the risk and danger? If this was a Nuzlocke, oof, I am not doing that. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. It's like a sand. Yep. This is a puzzle of sorts where if you fall here, and you gotta make your way up. Are we battling every trainer? Hell to the fuck yes, because we need to fucking level up. We're so behind in levels. Well, Jackie's almost there, but Jackie's a different story. Jackie's our starter for anyone who doesn't know. Which is why I treat this Krogan very special, because in hindsight, I'm not really a true blue fan of Krogan. I like it, but Krogan is our starter. Jackie can't disrespect the starter. Oh my god. Quagsire, well, technically the second in Pokedex order, but the first ever ground water type. Pretty fucking good, of a good typing. I know I've mentioned it. I've mentioned it before in the previous videos, but obviously having your only weakness being grass, it's amazing. Downside is you lose the resistance to water because of the ground typing, but it's pretty good. And then Quagsire itself, though its stats may not look amazing to today's standards, it's pretty good because I don't know why it keeps using Mind Reader when it's using Aerial Ace, which is a move that never misses, by the way. A weird combo. But Quagsire, essentially speaking, has two great abilities, even though one of them is better than the other one. Well, actually no, it has three abilities, but we don't talk about that third ability because it's not that great. There's Water Absorb, which is if you don't get a hidden ability, Water Absorb is not that bad, in hindsight. You gain the immunity to water moves and it heals you. The other ability that we really don't talk about is Damp. Basically prevents explosions. Oh, cool, Charmander. Or not Charmander, Charmeleon. Can't read, apparently. Evolutions, oops. You know... No. Let's just get rid of you. Why? Oh yeah. So, back to what I was talking about in Quagsire. So Quagsire has Damp. That just prevents explosion, self-destruct, probably miss the explosion in the newer gens and all that stuff, but... And then Unaware. One of the best abilities... I might capture this, actually. It has presented me with very good moves here. And has Unaware. Which means it ignores any stat boosts that you have. So if for some reason you have, for example, +2 in attack, it won't affect Quagsire. It completely ignores the fact that you have that. And it means nothing to it, which is amazing, because it means regardless of how much you boost your stats, you're going to hit the same, with the same amount of HP. So, Charmeleon. Now that we're looking at him, and I'm pretty much done with Quagsire, because if you're gonna use Quagsire, might as well use Unaware Quagsire with Toxic, Scald, Earthquake, and Recover. Very interesting set, but yes. I say Charmeleon is the second stage evolution for a very beloved starter, at least in Game Freak's eyes, Charizard. It's a very good special attacker, very fast. Nothing really can go wrong with Charizard, essentially speaking, except for its 4-time weakness to Rock, which in hindsight it does lose its ability or weakness to Ground because of its flying typing. But a very common starter that quite a few people have done. I don't know what to nickname it. Well, sure. Oh, that's cool. I don't know my. For now, sure, we'll leave it at this. Will it be that amazing? No, probably not. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. We'll see when we get out of here eventually. I plan to finish this before we get out, so who knows? Oh, and the reason I caught the Charmeleon is because it has Magma Storm. Magma Storm is a signature move of Heatran. And Magma Storm, at least for a special attacker, I would think would be amazing. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe it'll be shitty as hell, but who knows? Victory Bell. Gen 1's fast grass type for the most part. It had, I think, the highest crit rate of any grass type in Gen 1. Very powerful, it's very physically offensive, so it makes sense that I'm getting hit with double edge and all that stuff, but a very good Sun Sweeper for its time, especially in Gen 5 when weather was permanent. Until you change the weather, obviously. But, pretty good grass type. I'm not gonna capture it because I already have a grass type in Celebi. Mind you, it has no grass moves whatsoever, and it's more like a psychic type, but we'll see. And we might switch Lucas out, unfortunately. Huh. I'm missing something here. I'm gonna keep running to Pokemon, unfortunately. What's up, Charmeleon? Oh. I don't know if I'll use actually, I don't even know if I'll use Charmeleon because I've used Charizards throughout my entire growing up. Charizard was my Gen 1 starter. Charizard was the second starter I chose for X and Y. I can't say I'm like, oh, Charizard is like the best starter. He's not. He's a beloved starter, and I personally am like, I like Charizard. It's a very good Pokemon. To a certain extent, obviously. But, again. Owie, my bones, I may faint here. Or not. Man, I don't remember. I thought Bone Club hit multiple times. Maybe I'm wrong. I know Boomerang hits twice, which is kind of a given. It's because it's a boomerang. But let me double check this, because I feel like I should know this. Never mind. It's a one-time hit. What am I thinking? There's a move I'm thinking of that could be wrong on. I don't know. So be it. Let's fall here, because why not? Never mind. I thought it was going to be different. I fooled myself into thinking life would be hot. Not really hot, but sandy. So... okay. I was just going too fast. That's what it was. Because I know you can go on the rim of the quicksand in a way. But I think I was going way too fast and I was going too deep into the sand. Or I may have hit a different part of it, but... Ah, dude, Licky Licky, the evolution of Lickitung. I like, oddly enough, I might be one of the few that I like Licky Licky. But, unfortunately, again, not a great Pokemon. Licky Licky has, I think, a good chunk of HP, and its abilities are decent. It's just, it can't hold up to its stats. And then and also, wow. Alright. I was gonna say, because of Lickitung. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot I have Black Sludge on. I have Black Sludge on Onion Fairy. I'm so hindering myself right now. I was gonna say, because of Licky Licky being an evolution for Lickitung, Lickitung by default gets better because of Eviolite, since it could use it now. Sometimes evolutions, unfortunately, get treated like shit because they're like, oh, you're an evolution, but that means I can use Eviolite, which makes me bulkier, and you're shit now. So, especially evolutions that have a similar stat spread, or like their stats are for the most part on the same line. Huh. You know what I'm gonna do? Just because we're worse for wear and I didn't want to do it, but I'm gonna do it, is we're gonna go back and heal. I just gotta start remembering where the hell, how the hell I got there. Well, I know it's like upper right, but still. Oh, dude, Krigatoo. A very bad bug Pokemon in Gen 4. Not great. Not great by any means. Oh yeah, and by the way, before anyone thinks that we're gonna go and get our Charmeleon, we're not. We're going to a different spot to heal. That thing either has Freeze Shock or Freeze Burn, and I forgot. I didn't even look at it. A signature move of either Kyurem White or Kyurem Black. A fusion. Which makes me kind of interested on who the fuck I'm going to be fighting at the end. Please, sir, my team is not ready to be slaughtered. Turtwig's like I think the only one in health like that's healthy. Which is ironic because I should just bring Turtwig and just be like, oh, you'll die. Oh, dude, Nidoran female. The opposite gender of Nidoran male, or for obvious reasons. One's a boy, one's a girl. But their gender differences go beyond appearances. Their stats are slightly different. Where Nidoran female line is more bulky, while Nidoran male line is more offensive. So that shot of Octazooka, gross, was never going to do that much. But I was never going to do that much back to it. So I'll eat my bones. Oh, and the accuracy drop. Luckily, it's a poison type, so it's going to be hopefully KO'd by this mud shot. There you go. Yep. Leave me alone, operator. I don't want to be... I don't want a Rossberry. Nice. Alright, let me get the fuck out of here for a second so I can heal and I'll be back to the ruins. I don't know how I missed those two on the way in. I don't want to die. That's all I want. wait for a second. There you go. I just need a moment. There you go. Please. There you go. Alright, cool. We're good. Now we're gonna go back, continue that castle, and we'll probably get one of the fossils. Again, I'm gonna grab the Archon fossil, which I believe is the plume fossil. It's not gonna be Archon, because it's a randomizer. So we'll see what it is when I get the chance to revive it, obviously. Which, I don't remember what city is it that revives fossils. Oh wait, oh. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it was nurses, or is it doctors, or both that actually heal your Pokemon after a battle. So in hindsight, my entire trip that I just did could have been for nothing. But we'll see. If I remember correctly, or if I remember very wrong. But it's a Shellos. The first stage evolution of a Gastrodon. Who has Psy Strike. Mewtwo's signature move. Which, fun fact, basically works like Psy Shock, except it's better. Because Psy Strike just has more base power, but basically Psy Shock and Psy Strike do damage based on the opponent's physical defense, not their special defense, despite being a special attack. So, yeah. Why Shellos has it? Randomizer. That's my explanation for that. Everything's random, from moves to items. The only thing that's not random, because I would not be able to comprehend a lot of stuff, would be types. Because imagine if Shellos was a grass type, I fucking don't know what to do. Thank you for bullying a kid. Yep. They heal. Do you not fight? Oh, cool. Yeah, proceed with water types would be the ideal if this was normal. This is not normal. This is randomizer, so... Though that does not help my case. Rock and Rolla, the accursed glory hole. Who does evolve into a decent rock type. Who eventually has Sandstream, which causes Sandstorm, which not only helps in terms of like passive damage, it helps because it gets special defense boost, and it just poison tailed me with no tail. Alright. Because rock types get a special defense boost in sand. But unfortunately, rock types aren't the greatest typing by any fucking standards. They're one of the worst typings, are at least defensively. Offensively, they're not that worst typing, because rock types do hit a lot. It's just, unfortunately, if I could be quoted wrong, or I could be saying this wrong, but if I'm correct, there's no 100% accurate rock type move except for a Rock, which is a signature move of the Lycanroc line. Or, yeah, Lycanroc, because there's a bunch of Lycanrocs, except for, well, Lycanroc, not Midnight. I think it's Midday and Dusk. They're the only two that could have the Rock, essentially speaking. But, yeah. Kind of a get fucked kind of thing. So. I'll eat my bones. Why'd you gotta do that, Victory Bell? But yeah. So if I'm correct, there's no 100% rock type. Well, not 100% accurate rock type move. There you go. Not even Rock Wrecker, which is a signature move of Rhyperior, is 100% accurate. And it sucks for those. It sucks for rock types because they have some good moves like Stone Edge and shit. But it's one of those. Oh, you want accurate rock type moves? Yeah, go fuck yourself. But Stellar Rock is the only accurate rock type move, and it has priority, but it's 40 base power, I believe. Unless you're like in Rock Dusk form, I believe it is, where where you have Tough Claws, which boosts it up a little bit. So kind of a fuck you kind of thing. You know, I'm not gonna risk Ryan's life, cause I believe Steel types still resist Dark to this in this generation. It's in the next generation where they remove the resistance to Dark types for Steel types, which kind of sucks for some Steel types, but is beneficial to others. Because some Steel types run a coverage move to be able to hit. But yeah, unfortunately, Dark types are still kind of like have to run a covered move against Bronze or Heatran, any Steel types that you can think of. Wait, did I miss? I did earlier. But yeah. So like for example, Bronzor and Bronzong, Psychic Steels. You would think, oh, Dark type hits pretty good. Actually, to the Steel resistance, it's actually neutral. At least in this generation. The next generation, it's like, oh, we don't have to run coverage moves because anything that was Steel type that resisted Dark, we don't have to worry about them now. We can hit them with our powerful Dark type moves. Which Dark types are still not the strongest typing offensively, despite having all this good shit. Cool. Is that all I got? Teleport? Well, that was a waste of an adventure. Maybe I'm thinking of a different, ruin. Oh, okay. I see what it is. It's not running, but there's a certain point in that quicksand where you get sucked in. Alright. Learned my lesson. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'll stop. And then I think the other ruins are still underground, so I can't even access them. At least for now. Oh, dude, Pidgeot. Nice. If for some reason anyone wants me to capture something and use it on the team, I'll try to capture it if we encounter it and see if it's possible to even use it. Oh my god, it actually has a stab move. Shocking. There's no Mega, so it kinda is not that great to be using Air Slash, but if it's Modest or Timid, maybe. Probably Modest. It has color change. What the fuck? The flying typing means nothing if it has color change, and then it has Leech Life and Mud Slap. I think Air Slash is the only viable move I've seen on it so far. Oh my god. Well, that works. That sucked. That Pidgeot kinda sucked. Alright. I guess unfortunately I think this is the actual ruins we'd have to go to. But it's under the sand, and I don't think there's any that thing that allows you to pull it from the ground, so I think there's nothing else besides Pokemon in this area. Yeah, because that area we already discovered, because that just leads around and loop around. The sandstorm effect is very interesting, at least looking at it from this perspective. Oh, there we go. Ooh, Razor Fang. Evolutionary item for Gligar to evolve into a Gliscor at night, if I'm correct. Heal me. I believe it also raises crit rate in quotes. Well, let me put this in free space. Never mind, flinching. Alright. Oh, power belt. Completely ignored, missed when we got that, but it's a EV training item, not the most usable item, at least in this playthrough. Because the power items, all they do is they cut your speed in half, which is the negative of it. But hear me out. What it does is it gives you, I think, 8 points in whichever stat it's based off of. So like power weight, I think is. Let's just look at this one that we have. Let me see. Where is it? Where are you? I know you exist. I literally just saw you. Power belt. Sorry. So for example, power belt. It raises defense. It increases the speed at which defense is obtained. So regardless of what Pokemon you fought, let's say we're talking about the most recent gen, because that's the one I can think off the top of my head. You fight a Rookie D, which is a Gen L, which is the beginning bird. It gives you 1 speed EV, but if you nice Poketoy. Um, if you KO it, but the Pokemon's holding a Power Belt, in our case, you would get 1 point in speed, because that's what Rookie D gives you when you KO it, and you'll get 8 points in defense. Mind you, EVs and IVs are a bit more complicated in the Pokemon scene, but if you plan to be competitive, that's stuff you would have to know. If you're planning to just play the game like a normal human being, which is your own version of normal, obviously, don't think like normal is like, oh, whatever, this and this. Whatever you want to play the game, that's fine. But in competitive, unfortunately, EVs and IVs do matter because that determines whether your Pokemon will live a hit or get KO'd by a hit. I'm not gonna say I'm the. Oh, I don't have a Cottonee. I would have a Cottonee, but actually, let me see if I could. After I check this. Excuse me, excuse me. Gonna just rob you of your health wing. Yeah, EVs and IVs are a bit more complicated. EVs are, you can actually control what EVs your Pokemon gets. IVs, unfortunately, are set when you capture them or when you hatch them from an egg. They are irreversible unless you're in the later gens where, and unless you're in the later gens where the bottle caps are introduced, which I think it's in the next generation, ironically. But essentially speaking, it would be where your Pokemon's level 100. Let's say you want a perfect 31, because IVs go up to 31. In defense, you grab your level 100, let's say Fortress. Be like, you talk to a certain NPC, they're like, we're going to hyper train it. And then it gets hyper trained to where it has 31 IVs in that stat, but it doesn't actually have 31. Which, it affects the stats in a positive way, but let's say you have a hidden power, because hidden power was a thing back then for a while. Where you have hidden power, let's say fire, because I think hidden power dark is for perfect IVs for every 31 in every stat. So let's say you had hidden power fire, which I'll be honest, I don't know the IV stat spread for that. But and you're worried about hyper training a Pokemon and then ruining HP fire, HP being a shorter version for hidden power. You wouldn't have to worry about that because you could just hyper train it, and hyper train just, it treats the Pokemon like it's perfect IV, but not to the extent of we're gonna remove the hidden power. It's gonna be hidden power dark. So I kind of give a little bit of leeway for Pokemon training. But yeah, didn't exist in this gen. So if you want perfect IV, if you want an IV on something or a certain hidden power, better enjoy certain IVs that you would get. So did it limit some Pokemon? Probably. Would I know of them? Unfortunately, not right now. Oh yeah, the Beedrill. This Beedrill has Dark Void? What? For those that don't know, Beedrill, we caught the Beedrill in the Sandstorm on Thursday. Right now it's Sunday right now for anyone who's not aware of it. But we caught this on Thursday because the flying Pokemon, the spawns, which is usually a Mandibuzz or a Braviary, depending on which version you're playing. And since we're randomized, we got a Beedrill. Beedrill's not great, but it has Dark Void, and this is what I'm talking about: 80 accuracy, which in the later gen gets brought down to 50, so it sucks at that point. And Crush Grip is more HP the target has, the stronger it is. Smackdown prevents, basically makes any flying Pokemon or any levitating Pokemon hit the ground. Well, it does damage, but they're on the ground now, so they can be affected by ground type moves. Would we take Beedrill for this? No, because it also has Snow Cloak, which why the fuck would you use it for Snow Cloak? Beedrill unfortunately sucks, which is why I didn't nickname it, because regardless of what it had, we talked about this. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I kind of want to use this. I'm gonna use this for. I'm gonna put this on the team. Sorry, Turtwig. We'll probably bring you out for HMs and shit, but. So if you don't know, unironically, Charmeleon actually has a nature it would have naturally, which is solar power. When in Sun, it boosts up its special attacks. In the obviously the chance of you lose, well, not chance, but it's guaranteed that you lose HP at the end of every turn. Are all these moves amazing? No, except for Magma Storm. Seismic Toss, if we keep it, it's for a joke because it's Ash's Charizard at that point. Should have named it Ash, but whatever. But if we're gonna keep let's say the Charmeleon, let's give it a experience share for now. And let me see what moves it can learn. Because Frustration is okay for now, because Frustration does more damage the less the Pokemon likes you, and obviously Pokemon will not like you when they're caught. But I don't want to rely on that. Oh my god, I exit out, my bad. So I don't want that. You want a Pokemon to love you. Can it learn Air Slash, oddly enough, despite not being Charizard yet? Nope. Can it learn Energy Ball for the grass types? No. Icicle Spear? Yes, alright, cool. I'll take that over Frustration by any fucking standards. Mimic might be useful, but again, Roar, Air Slash, all that stuff. We'll see. Unironically, as Jackie and Charmeleon kind of evolving around the same time. Oh, cool. We'll buy 24 because I'm a lunatic. And we'll do super potions for now. The max of 25. That way we don't have to worry about returning back to the Pokemon Center. And then we'll do a little bit of exploring, because what the fuck? Oh, the Battle Institute. Assuming that's where the creators are. Because it's actually pretty cool that you get to fight the creators of Pokemon, essentially speaking. But you obviously gotta be champion. So shiny Pokemon's is which as they just mentioned are Pokemons that have no stat difference but hold more of appearance difference. So essentially speaking, I want a Moonstone, please. Shinies, they don't really do anything besides provide like an aesthetic look. Like for example, our Charmeleon, when it evolves to Charizard, Charizard is a traditional reddish orange, all that stuff. Well, more orange than red, but orange. Then it becomes black instead. So changes different colors, like Rayquaza. Rayquaza is green, and then it becomes black. Uh, Kyogre becomes from blue to pink. So it's but it's just aesthetic. Some shinies look cool, some shinies don't. Like for example, Garchomp is one where the shiny makes literally no difference, almost. So, which is a shame because Garchomp is a cool Pokemon, but the shiny does nothing for it. The pre-evolutions get a better shiny than its final evolution, Garchomp, obviously. But yeah. But yeah, because the reason I say that, because it may not be obvious to some, Garchomp's shiny doesn't really change much in the palette. Gibble and Gabite, they get like a more lighter blue, and they get I think like a yellow accent to it, if I'm correct. It's been a while because I don't really hunt shinies. Occasionally I do, but not all the time because shinies are those that are like 1 in something thousand chance of finding. And yes, there are items that can decrease odds, or increase the odds, not decrease the odds. Increase the odds of like finding them, like the shiny charm, um, which is usually given out when you complete the Pokedex. No, it's up here. Or like the Masuda method, which it's named after the guy, but Masuda method is where you grab a foreign Pokemon and another Pokemon, like two Pokemons that are not from the same region. Let me see if I can find Cottony. And what you do is it increases the chances of shiny. No one likes you, Simisear. You actually been voted the most unlikable Pokemon, I think, ironically enough. But yeah, so the Masuda method is just grabbing a foreign Pokemon, usually a Ditto because Ditto can breed with anything. And then whatever Pokemon you want shiny, and you start breeding. And usually you want the shiny charm also, because in some games, not all games, it helps with the shiny odds. Unfortunately, there's certain games like BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl, that the shiny charm is almost useless. Where it does not affect eggs, I think, or it doesn't affect legendary encounters and all that stuff. So it's like, oh, you like shinies? Well, this charm actually doesn't work the way you want it to. Mind you, Sword and Shield had its own weird, funky thing where, like, if you defeated, I think, more Pokemon of that species, the shiny odds would increase higher and higher. And then I think the maximum was 50. Oh, cool, Luxray. Nice. And the maximum was 50 KOs, and then you'd have, I think it's 50, or at least it increased every 50 you KO'd. And the shiny odds would increase. But honestly, it was just better to do eggs. If you could do an egg of a Pokemon, go for it. Oh. We're gonna catch it. Let me just switch before I get hit with another fusion bolt. I'll explain why I'm catching in a little bit. But yeah, usually when you do shiny hunting, If it's unless it's a legendary, you usually do eggs. Unless there's like a consistent like we can encounter it every single time, it's almost guaranteed. Or in Sun and Moon, you did the I need help friends, and then they came. That's it. But shiny hunting, not a. It's a fun thing in a way. Like it's amazing. It's a good feeling when you get a shiny because it's like, yes, I fucking have it. I always wanted it and shit. But like at the same time, it's Chinese doesn't do anything competitively. Uh, so Luxray. Oh, wait, I know what I call it. The reason I caught this Luxray, and Luxray is not the greatest Pokemon. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if this is technically legal to have on the screen, so I'm just gonna call it this. I was thinking of stun gun, but I'm like, I don't know how that would bypass people. Yes, a lot of suffering to get shinies. I wholeheartedly agree. It is an agonizing process. I would know because I have a couple shinies here and there, and some of them are just by luck. Some of them are just got lucky because a lot of my shinies are from like Sword and Shield where I did a raid and I conveniently found a shiny. Well, I joined someone. They were doing a shiny Pokemon, so it was convenient. But back to Luxury for a second. The reason I call it Luxury, even though Luxury stats are not that great, speed is not that great. Its attacking stats is amazing, but its special attack kind of blows in a way. But and its only good physical move normally would be Wild Charge, at least as an electric type move. Unless you want to not get the recoil, so you go with Thunderfang. This Luxury has Fusion Bolt, a physical electric move, which is a signature of Zekrom. I want that. I'm going to see what ability it has and what nature it has. We may not use it, but I want to at least have the option to be like, hey, we have this. I would have named it Stun Gun, but I'm like, I don't know how that feels. I don't know how that floats with everyone, so I'm gonna just call it Stun Ray. That does that sound weird? Hell yes. Owie my bones. Reason I switched to Hades is because I'm using Magma Storm, which is 4 times affected against a Fortress who's Bug and Steel. The other Bug and Steel besides Scizor. In Gen 2 at least. Because there is a Bug Steel in Gen 5 called Escavalier. Very powerful, but very slow. Better suited for Trick Room. There he is. There they are. Or there she is, correction. Let's go, Ryan. Let's not go, because I realize you might kill it. Let's go, Hades. I don't remember what moves Cottony has because, yeah, I think we killed it as soon as I saw it. So, yeah, that would be interesting. Owie, my bones. Oh, superpower, cool. What seismic tossed you? Because you never know. Ooh. Ah. We're gonna capture you. We're not gonna even use you. We're gonna trade you off. That sounds so bad in my head. Sounded so much better in my head. And you know what's the downside to all this? I gotta pick them up. It's not like the later gens where you can kind of like not have the Pokemon. It could be in your box and just trade it from there. I gotta physically grab this Pokemon. So I don't know what Petalil is gonna be. If it's an actual Petalil, well, oh well. But if it's not, I'll use. I'll depends on what it is. I'll use it. Also, this gives us a chance to check out Luxray. So. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. It has Limber. Oh, fuck me. It has such a good moveset. Except for Magic Room, which I accidentally switched. Didn't mean to switch it. That's such a good moveset. Fusion Volt, Facade, Volt Switch, and then obviously I would probably have a coverage move in there, but Limber, gross. Suction cups. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny because we'll replace Celebi for now. Let me not associate Celebi with the others. It's funny because I think in the Pokedex entry, Cottony stick together, so it's just a stronger suction now with the ability. But yeah, Cottony, really good Pokemon, and Whimsicott's a pretty good Pokemon. In this generation, it just gets better because of the Fairy typing, but obviously it gains the 4 times weakness to Poison, but you don't use Cottony for, I forgot what house it is, so we're gonna be looking through. It's not a bulky Pokemon by any means, but you use it for Prankster, which means every status moves gets priority. So Tailwind goes up first, Substitute, Leech Seed, any of those moves. There she is. Yep. You son of a bitch. I knew this was randomized. I didn't know that she was gonna be like, I want Cottony, and then it's like, well, here's Cottony, by the way. I want a Cottony. Alright. Go fuck yourself too. Naturally, if the trade went through, you would get the exclusive, because Cottony's exclusive to the black Pokemon like Black and Pokemon Black 2, while Petalil is an exclusive to Pokemon White and Pokemon White 2. So this is your way of getting like a version exclusive, essentially speaking. But unfortunately, this fire-breathing cotton ball I'll think about Luxray, but may not happen if I come across something better. Who knows? I may modify this fucking entire team. The only team member that's obviously for sure gonna stay is our starter, because you gotta keep the starter till the very end, at least in my opinion. The only time I haven't followed that rules when I did Pokemon, I think Coliseum. Coliseum was the only game I did, because I had played Coliseum before, but when I played it to like completion, I think I'd used because they give you an Umbreon and an Espeon, and I was like, you know, I think I'm just gonna use Espeon, because right there with those two, you basically open yourself up to the weakness to Bug, which again, Bug is not super prominent by any standards. Bug type is not like, oh, it's the end of the world. I'll battle you. Why not? Bug type is not like an end all be all, because that's back in 3rd gen, where bug types are not that prevalent as a strong Pokemon, and the only strong bug type move was Mega Horn. Oh, that's Petalil, by the way. The Pokemon we would have gotten, or maybe not even gotten, but yeah. But yeah, it was kind of like a brainer. But then again, you have like the thing where it's like Umbreon's weak to fighting, but Espeon covers that. But Espeon's weak to Dark, but Umbreon's Dark, so you don't have to worry about that because Umbreon can take the hits for Espeon. And Espeon's weak to Ghosts. Umbreon can take the Ghost. So I was kind of, I'm assuming in that idea, but oh yeah, the Ferris wheel. You usually you beat a trainer and then you end up on this Ferris wheel in a weird fashion. Was this Ferris wheel kind of cool? Yeah, I think in Pokemon Black and White 2, there's this chick that gives you certain Pokemons based on your gender. Kind of weird. I don't know why, but she gave you certain Pokemon based on your gender. Then these Pokemons had hidden abilities, and were pretty good for the most part. Oh, she's pregnant. Not my kid. Not my kid. My baby's kicking. Maybe they enjoy the view. They can't even see unless they grab those telescopes in the submarine and put one down there. But yeah, not my kid. I'm assuming there was dialogue. But yeah, also claiming to be alone on a Ferris wheel, you had a kid in your stomach. Don't be eating kids, weirdo. Oh yeah, this is where the gym is. Unfortunately, obviously, shit's going down. Yeah, the amusement park is where she's at. So, if I'm correct, in the previous gen, which we're kind of gonna go over the mechanics of Elisa's gym in the first game. Oh my god, let me just get off the bike. Where you'd go on roller coasters, and that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, I think it at least in my opinion, downgraded to like a fashion show walkway, where you go up, or like you be there standing there, and then people will like fight. And you're like, why? Yeah, you see, this used to be her old gym. So I don't remember the method of how to get through this area. But yeah, it's oh, okay. I remember that this one will take you to the end once it's over. But yeah, you would go through this roller coaster stuff, and sometimes a trainer would pop out of the roller coaster, which is kind of cool, and be like, "We're prepared for battle," kind of thing. But yeah, it's a whole like she remodeled the entire gym to be this, not this, but like the fashion show stuff because that's her gym now. But I don't know. In my opinion, I thought this was cool that her gym was this. In my opinion. I kind of missed this one. What the fuck? Oh yeah, and people come out like that, by the way, to battle you. Asshole. Of course, he looks like an asshole. He's a director, apparently. Not one of the fucking Pokemon directors, I'll tell you that. Bastard, though. Stealth rocks. It's a hazard, so if I switch, I get hurt. And that's not fun. That's no bueno. And I do no damage, so... If I switch in Lugia, I'll get 25% of my health loss. Same with Hades. So it's either Onion Fairy, Volo, or Jackie. And Jackie's resistant to Stealth Rocks because of its fighting typing, but... I don't think we're gonna be able to hit it, so I gotta switch to Omni Fairy. Tentacle's very bulky, which is why that Night Slash did literally shit damage. But Tentacle was a staple on the rain teams, essentially speaking. Because not only did you rapid spin off any hazards, you would essentially speaking either set up your own hazards with toxic spikes. Wow, you had ominous wind. All right. And not only that, if you were in rain, it had an ability called Rain Dish. So you heal yourself in the rain with a potentially black sludge if you wanted. And I think Tentacruel can set up screens, so it was a good team member. Thank God it wasn't, the weather generation wasn't during the generation when Rapid Spin got buffed. Because Rapid Spin got buffed so it raised the speed after you used it. Which is crazy as fuck. Because now Pokemon that are kind of slow, or not slow, but they don't match the speed of the current meta. They Rapid Spin, they could be there right now. Excadrill is one of them where Excadrill Rapid Spins, he's good. Yay! There you go. Where Excadrill Rapid Spins, and it's our threat. Mind you, it's a threat already when just for the sheer fact that it has a Sand Rush, which doubles the speed in the Sandstorm. But if you get a Mold Breaker one, you ignore the Wonder Guards, the Levitates, and all that good jazz. So, the roller coaster, no. Fuck this goddamn wench. Schoolboy. Alright. No one knows what's under the dress, except that they were a schoolboy, apparently. Pin Missile, a bug type move that does not do that much damage. I think it does have a chance of poisoning? Question mark. I know Twin Needle does, because Twin Needle is a signature Beedrill, which ironically was the only way to poison steel types for a long time ago. And then eventually they came out in Sun and Moon with Salazzle with Corrosion ability, which basically could poison any steel or poison types. But Salazzle's not bulky by any means. Salazzle's a speedster. Mega Kick. Ooh. Oh, this is for Hades. Sure, I got rid of Copycat. This is my physical / special Charmeleon. Which is funny because Charizard can be both physical and special, but it leans more for the special unless you have like a Belly Drum Charizard. Or I think Swords Dance was back then. And go loop-de-loop and abruptly stop and have a fucking break your neck. There you go. Nice. But yeah, by the way, this is like Elise's gym. I wonder if this is like opposed to fill the nostalgia bones, being like, this used to be her gym, a roller coaster ride. And it's kind of cool that they like this is what used to happen. Now it's a fucking fashion show. I have nothing against fashion shows, but it's not my thing. If it's your thing, all good on you. Just not me. I will visit my favorite characters, or at least they became my favorite characters because of Pokemon Masters. These fucking characters screaming all aboard. Fuck just screaming all aboard. They're the Battle Subway duo of Ingo and Emmett. I always get their names mixed up, so, and we get to meet the other protagonists that we would have been if we chose female instead, potentially. Yeah, Subway bosses, there you go. Of course. This is where we get a chance to battle the subway bosses. Nothing crazy. It's a double battle. Yeah, Ingo is the black suit wearing guy, and Emmett's the white suit wearing one. They're twins. They're quite a few characters. They're the characters I kind of wish I knew a little bit better. But so be it. They're Rangers apparently, by the way. Ranger Jonathan, Groudon, and Ranger Stacy Levani. What the fuck? What the fuck, Ingo? Why do you have Groudon? Emmett, why do you have Levani? At least have a fucking Kyogre. What the fuck? Well, before I die, let me at least kill the Levani. Smart. Smart. Double team raises your evasion, which is gives you a chance to not get hit. But unfortunately, get hit, and I think your speed is drastically reduced. Or harshly, okay, it's harsh, sorry. Entrainment? What does Groudon have that he wants to give? I kind of want to know now. I don't know what they would naturally have because I don't remember their fight in the original. Wow. I get fucked here. Thunder Punch. Ah, no. I lost almost all my health. What do you have, Groudon, that you want to give us? Quick Feet. Alright. That's weird. So, my ability went from giving me double defenses when I'm affected by status to giving me Quick Feet, which means you double your speed when you're statused. So the effects of paralysis don't matter. Basically, is what I've been told at this point. All I have now for paralysis is do I get to attack? It's basically now what it is. It's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Effects for, damn, interesting. Mind you, Weavile's nowhere near strong to fucking take hits for effect spore, but effect spore is basically like if you make physical contact, you have a chance of getting these random statuses, whether it be burn, sleep, paralyze, or poison. That's what I'm talking about, being paralyzed, not to be able to move. And also, Pedal Dance. Does Groudon only have entrainment? What the fuck's going on here? Pedal Dance coming off of Weavile is not that strong. If it was Pedal Blizzard, that'd be better, because Pedal Dance is special. Pedal Blizzard doesn't exist, unfortunately. Well, Pedal Blizzard would be better. And unfortunately, it causes confusion. But it doesn't matter because we won. Because Groudon decided to keep using entrainment. Thank you, Groudon. And Hades is catching up in levels. Dude, Rangers, Jonathan and Stacy. That's cool. I'm super confused about what's going on. Oh. Yeah, this is kind of like an introduction to the subway, the battle subway, which is where you face NPCs that are built competitively to fight. So, if you ever wanted to test like your team out, there's obviously the battle subway. If you don't know whether your team is not, or if you just want to challenge, battle subway has the EV'd Pokemons and stuff. Do I recommend it? I don't know. That's all up to your preference if you want to work on that. I didn't get how should I put it? I didn't get into like the competitive like Pokemon's in the towers and stuff until the next gen after this, Sun and Moon, because it made it a little bit easier to do EV training. Not next gen, sorry, next one was X and Y, my fault. I realized what I said here. I realize what I've been saying because I keep saying next gen Sun and Moon, but that's 2 gens after. So it wasn't X and Y I got into. Well, X and Y I started EV trading because they made it easier. But Sun and Moon is when I actually did like the battle tree, or which is their version of a battle tower. So I think unfortunately, naturally, you'd be able to go into the field, ironically, and battle people on the field, but there's a game going on that you cannot watch. So, will we fight Elise? No. I still need to level up a little bit. I'm not even including Hades in this whole. We gotta level up, including everyone else. I also went back because I wanted to check this. I forgot about this. I think this is the stadium actually that you get to battle people. We'll see. Yes. More training, basically. Not another Nahuntail. Oh boy. No. Where? What's this, Shavolo? Yeah, I thought so. Bold strike, motherfucker. Again, sucks that it has drought, because I would have enjoyed using physical water moves if I caught myself a Huntail. Trapping moves. Bind, Fire Spin, Infestation. Those moves, not only do they do passive damage at the end of every turn, they prevent you from switching. So, if you're worried about your Pokemon dying to a certain Pokemon, just don't get Trap Forehead. It's simple. Well, I say simple in quotes, but let me see if I do something here. Oh my god, thank god, a potion. Let me see if I do something here. Sorry, Hades, just for a moment, I'm gonna take away the experience share, so... I wanna see if we can get all the experience. Now, hopefully another Huntail doesn't fucking show up. Huntail! Bidoof! Well, we gotta be careful, it's God. Look at him. He's so menacing. So menacing. Jesus Christ, I can't speak today. Look him go, hopping his way to Happy Land. The greatest HM slave slash god, who just swapped his defenses and offenses. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's literally the same thing. No. Though I get a special attack boost, I'm confused now. That's garbage. Oh well, I broke through. Mach Punch. God is the one. And it was a critical hit. I kind of wished I got the critical hit before. Oh, by the way, Zekrom. The legendary whose signature has been stolen by multiple Pokemon. It'd be funny if they had the Reshiram signature. Fusion Flare, which means nothing. Electric Dragon type that usually has Terravolt. The fuck? I got confused by Dizzy Punch. I'm like, it actually worked. A very physical offensive Pokemon. While Reshiram is the opposite. It's more of a special, the offensive Pokemon. Cool two Pokemon that are pretty cool in my opinion. I think when it comes to stuff, I think Zekrom is better, and then White Kyurem, which is a fusion of Reshiram and Kyurem, is better. Ironically enough, Reshiram is a good Pokemon because it's not weak to ice, which is traditionally what dragons are weak to, besides dragon itself. All thanks to the fire typing. And I think it's the first fire dragon type until, like, obviously Chartinator shows up in Sun and Moon, and I think that's pretty much it. I think they're the only two fire. Well, Mega Charizard X, technically, but if we don't count Megas, they're the only two dragon fire types in existence. I could be corrected, but Turtonator and Reshiram. Unless the new Pokemon Fuecoco, I believe that's how you pronounce it, becomes a fire dragon. Anyone? Or Fire Fairy. Fire Fairy would be interesting. I don't think that exists. I would say, like, well, Fairy anything is always usually good, but let me organize this. It's driving me insane. There you go. There you go. I'll never use an item in battle, but outside of battle, it's fair game. Turtwig, Sandstorm, Ominous Wind, Foul Play, and some other move that I forgot. Oh no, this is not the Sandstorm variant. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Dude, I'm gonna be stocking up on potions. Nice. I think later on you get to battle the football players. So obviously we're battling tennis. I say obviously, like, if we can tell they're tennis players, but for all we know they could be fucking grab the other name of the sport. Other sport that has the birds. Racket. No, it's not racket. I forgot what it's called. My feeble mind is failing me, unfortunately. Alright, Nintendo, don't lost me. Oh god. Bianca, no. Leave me alone. Ooh, fly. I wonder who can learn it, actually. Yes, I know about Hidden Grottos. Hidden Grottos usually have Pokemon with, like, their hidden abilities and stuff. They're not easy to find, so. So. Yep, she's just gonna pull us into Hidden Grottos. Can you actually hear something? No. I believe it might be in the first game. It might be in the first game. Yeah, it's in the first game where you get to fight and capture a Zoroark, actually, level 25, and it hides itself based on the Pokemon that you brought with you. So if you brought Entei, it disguised itself as Suicune. If you brought Suicune, it disguised as Raikou. If you brought Raikou, it disguised itself as Entei. It's actually interesting because it was the shinies that you from Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Let's see what it is. Oh wow, they actually kept this static encounter. I can't believe it. It's not randomized anymore. Fuck. Am I gonna catch it? Fuck no. Or maybe I will, who knows. Alright. I've been pestered by God itself. Nah, we'll catch it. Fuck it. What's the worst thing that happen? It ends up being a relatively good Pokemon. I just need a shiny stone. Which I think I have. Because for some reason Minccino is a stone evolution to a Cincino. And there you go, Pokedex. The cleaning Pokemon. Let me see. I know what I'm calling this, fucker. If I can find the letters and process in my head. You shall be named Swiffer, because of your tail. Oh yeah, there's hidden grottos. Well, can you tell if there's a hidden grotto? Nope. Kinda have to think of that on your own. Let's see what Pokemon are here, also. Oh, old man. I didn't think you want to fight. Let's fight, old man. Let me take your money. Oh, he's a painter. Well, in theory, he's a ranger. Antoinette. Though his head might come off. Isn't it ironic? A trainer named Antoinette is using a Voltorb. Kind of, well, it can kind of be like a head. That's gonna tickle me. I don't know how a ball tickles me, but I don't want to think about that. Kind of weird and gross, actually. Nah, fuck it, I'll stay in. That's sharp. Wait, so it has. That's kind of funny, actually. It goes from... Imagine if Voltorb actually sharpened and it became a square. That would be fucking hilarious if you think about it. I just want you to die, Voltorb, please. And don't explode. If you even have explosion. Alright. Wow, okay. Antoinette. The Mind Plate. Alright, let's see what Pokemon you have. Reuniclus? Oh, fuck. No. Reuniclus. A psychic type introduced in Gen 5. Very strong special attack. Very bulky for what it's worth. But unfortunately very slow. Also, I don't know why I did Quas Present. I should have done a Night Slash. So, despite it being very slow, it's very powerful. Not only that, it has an ability called Magic Guard. So, it could essentially speaking ignore any statuses. So poison doesn't affect it. Entry hazards doesn't affect it. Anything that's non-damaging doesn't affect it. This could be a very dangerous Pokemon if left unchecked. At least in my opinion, could be dangerous. I actually have one, and its only weakness is that it's weak against. At least the one I have is weak against dark types. No, no, no. It has minimize. Oh, that sucks. I hope it stops using minimize, please. What? No, leave me alone, Reuniclus. Um, yeah, back to the Reuniclus I have in Sword and Shield. That one's alright. That one's weak to dark types specifically, even though obviously all psychics are weak to dark. But basically, what that means is I have nothing to hit dark types. Because unfortunately, I created, or fortunately, depending how you look at it, I create. Alright, this thing's just gonna keep using guard split. I created a Reuniclus that is based on Calm Mind, Iron Defense instead of Acid Armor, which they do the same shit. They both buff your defense by 2 stages, and has Recovery in case obviously I get too low, and then it has Stored Power, which is a move that does more damage based on how high or how much your stat boosters are. So if you got +2 on 2 of your stats or +1 on both your stats, it'll do I believe 60, because it adds 20 to each stat boost you have. And to the point where in Dynamax format of Sword and Shield, it does more than Max Mindstorm, ironically. And you're actually hurting yourself Dynamaxing in a way. But not everyone runs a Reuniclus like that. I just have a Reuniclus like that because why not? Oh, it wants to learn Hex. Sounds like a no-go. Actually, I actually want to forget. Cause cross poison. Nah, I don't have a good. I don't have a good reason to want to teach Hex. Hex is a ghost type move that would do double damage if they were status, but it's not. Unless I have like a guaranteed status move besides sleep, I would not. I'm not gonna do it. I would have done it if it was Celebi, because that means Celebi would do double damage when the opponent's asleep, but unless a normal type, obviously, because ghost type doesn't affect normal. That's dope. This crocodile has Sacred Fire, a move that has a 50-50 chance of burning, and it succeeded. And I think, if I'm correct, Sacred Fire is physical at this point, and or I think it was physical once it hit 4th gem. I don't remember, but wow, what a kick in the face. But you know what's also a kick in the face? I can just cure that burn, but like, wow. Rossberry. A raspberry. I didn't even encounter any Pokemon in this grass. Oh my god. Do I attempt it? I want to attempt it. Don't tell me how it. Okay, I was gonna say. Let's get to the Snowball. I don't want the Snowball here. Oh my god. You have Worry Seed, which worries me already. That just tells me you don't have a good move pool right now. Nice, nice. So I'll switch out Ryan for Celebi. thinking how to process this. Oh wait, I could do that. See. I think what I'm gonna do is obviously sleep powder. Air slash should get it low, but not too low. Yeah. Oh, it has Psycho Shift. Interesting. I think it's a move that I can naturally learn, but Psycho Shift basically, if I'm burned, Psycho Shift will take my burn and give it to you, essentially speaking. That is a interesting move to have, to say the least. I'll just Barrier, because I still need to damage it a little bit more. It's a fucking legendary, for fuck's sakes. Who unfortunately does not have Levitate by any fucking standards. And then we'll try to capture it this next turn and see if it works. I won't spend all day here trying to capture it because we still got a gym to do. But it's Latias, dude. I'm not gonna lie, between Latias and Latios, I like Latias more. I know Latias is more of a defensive unit and Latios is more offensive, and that's why people prefer Latios. But I like Latias. I'm gonna do something stupid here. I'm a Barrier. And I'm gonna Air Slash one last time. And I fucking killed it, of course. Well, we at least know it exists, so. If I suddenly have a Latias in my team randomly in one of my videos, it's because I went back and caught it. Oh, cool, Lampet. Which doesn't evolve unless it has a Dust Dome. But Lampet evolves with that Chandelure that we had encountered earlier in our adventures. Again, not the fastest, but hits very hard for what it's worth. So. No. I have more defense now, but like, come on. Sure. You have Glaciate? Fuck me. The signature move of Kyurem, but that always lowers speed and it has 60 base power, I believe. There's Black Sludge kicking in. It does not have an attack stat for Hypnosis, Glaciate, Protect. Do you have a ghost move by any chance, sir? I don't even think Glaciate has a chance of. No, Glaciate doesn't have a chance of freezing, it just always drops speed. And there you go. Go around in the grass a couple times. We'll see what shows up here. Oh, Lily with Drought. See, my memory is impeccable. I also forgot we were asleep. Oddly enough, Leleep is actually weak to fighting type moves. Being that it's part rock type, being a rock grass type is not the greatest typing in the world. Despite me praising Cradily, and I'm like, dude, Cradily is like one of the... Why? Why am I being subjected to this? Cradily being good, it's weak to fighting, unironically. Because of its rock typing. And I would say, like, look at it, it's bulky. It's just because I KO'd it like that doesn't mean it's not bulky. It's just fighting slap slap. Ooh, Wish Cast. The second of the ground water types I got introduced in Gen 3. The other one being the Swampert. It's a okay ground and water type Pokemon, or water ground Pokemon. It gets better because it gets eventually. I think it gets Dragon Dance. Well, normally. But it's an okay Pokemon. Nothing crazy. Again, what saves is the water ground typing, but again, when you have a grass move, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. We'll see. I'm a heal, or let me see if someone here heals you. Oh, I believe she buys mushrooms. Because I don't think she buys nuggets. Yeah. So she's the one I think that would buy like mushrooms and stuff. No, I thought it would heal me. For some reason I thought a baker would heal. Well, in theory, if they're a baker. My ace in the hole's asleep. Sandstream. Well. That's what I thought, motherfucker. All that juicy health. And you're gone. Unironically, the Pokemon that's supposed to be setting up Sandstream has airlock. So Sandstream doesn't matter now. That's funny. That's close combat. Of course it does. But Volo's charm can't stop it. Well, can't be stopped, correction. But we'll see. I think what I'll do is I'll go back, heal, and we'll tackle this area to see maybe we get some levels. Maybe we'll find it at least like lower leveled and say fuck it. We'll see how well we do. Obviously, eventually the fuck it mood of this like, oh, we'll just challenge it for the shits and giggles. It's not gonna work after a while, but and I know eventually I'll have to do some off-screen training as I crash into the Pokemon Center walls multiple times. Alright, heal me please. God, this is so slow. There we go. Oh, Mr. Metal's here, so what the hell is he? Alright, leave me be, Mr. Man. Alright, let's see, because I know we caught a Pokemon. Mind you, it's still one Pokemon. Wow! You have Poison Heal? And your Impish nature? Ooh. Just your stats suck, though. If you were better, I'd probably take you, but no. Your stats kind of suck, unfortunately. Because Poison Heal is a signature, not a signature, but it's an ability that two Pokemon I know off the top of my head have it, which is Breloom and Gliscor. And basically, you would carry a Toxic Orb to proc it yourself. But when you're poisoned, you heal, basically. Instead of like losing health, you heal. So it was beneficial. And you couldn't get status, so you couldn't be put to sleep, burn, or anything like that. So you'd be healing while being immune to status, and this motherfucker has a Cresselia. I feel like it's ironic because I'm currently farming in BDSP shiny Cresselia, so what a slap in the face. And Cresselia is bulky. Oh, it has Giga Drain. Fuck. Cresselia is bulky. Well, normally, in a normal, well, Cresselia is always gonna be bulky, unless obviously there's a. What the fuck? No fair. Alright. In the normal sense, Cresselia would have Levitate. It's usually very bulky, and it's more kind of like a Trick Room setter slash supporter in a way. So it has a decent special attack stat, but like it's usually all its stats are usually in the bulk, and its speed is not that great either. So which is why like having a Trick Room or it being a setter for Trick Room is actually relatively good. Oh my god, Ryan, almost there. Oh, then again, any legendary would do that for you. You don't have a prop case, so I won't battle you? Alright, sir. Oh, double battle. Nice. By the way, this route that I'm on right now would technically take you to the next city, which is I think Driftveil, which is I think where a lot of people just bop around, like bop to the music a lot, or a lot of where the music memes come from in Gen 5. So, but unfortunately, we have to beat Lisa first. Oh wow, yeah, Ducklet has traits. I forgot about that. I'm Mach Punch here. Wild Charge there. It had, well, Ally. I don't think Ally Switch is introduced in this game, so thank God. And just like that, Croc Rock is down. A pretty good dark round type Pokemon, but let's just say I think it's Crocodile is pretty good, especially with Moxie. He has another ability called Anger Point, but you wouldn't use Anger Point because that requires you to get a critical hit, to get hit with a critical hit, and you can't guarantee those unless you use like Frost Breath, which is super effective on him. And you'll max out your attack, but you'll be a little bit worse for wear, and it's not a fun time. So. Essentially speaking, it's not that great. The other one would be Intimidate, which is not a bad ability. It'll make Crocodile a little bit more bulky against physical Pokemons, but that was a not gonna say waste of my time going here, but what the fuck. But yeah. Do I like Crocodile? Yeah, I think it's cool. Kind of like a crocodile with shades. So, I'm gonna heal a bit. Maybe we'll take on Lisa's gym. Hopefully, I'm saying the name right this entire time because I realize. We'll switch around the team. We'll run with Onion Fairy. No, and then we'll give Hades back the item we took from him. The experience. Oh, alright. I don't know which buttons to press. There we go. that. Let me check the other side because I think there's nothing on the other side. Or if not, there's like one battle on the other side. If not, we'll take on the gym. 5 levels lower. Well, technically 2 levels or 1 level. Oh, there is shit here. Good, because I was not prepared to fight the gym. Or at least I don't feel prepared. Registeel. Yikes. I can't touch Registeel. Registeel, one of the 3 Reggies. Very bulky on both ends. It's kind of like the middle child of the Reggies, where it's super bulky, but it's not offensively great. Because you have Regirock, who's a rock type, who's physically defensive and also has some physical prowess in terms of attacking stats. Then you have Regice. Regice must be very tasty. Regice, who is more of a special defensive Pokemon, who has more of a special attack oriented vibe. Where Registeel has both the defenses of both physical and special, but its offenses are not that great. Which is a shame because I think Registeel is one of my favorites. Is one of my favorite Reggies because I go Registeel, then Regirock, then Regice. But Registeel is one of my favorites of the Reggies. Besides, actually, even besides the new ones, which is like Regieleki and Regidrago. But unfortunately, it has no like offensive pressure. So you use like Seismitoss, Toxic, Protect, or Rest actually. So it's a shame. But yeah, if I had to rank the Reggies, I think I go Registeel, Regieleki, or at least in terms of like favorites, not like viable competitively. Regieleki, Regirock, Regice, and then Regidrago. Even though Regice and Regidrago are kind of interchangeable for me, I'll do Tornadus. But yeah, I don't include Regigigas because Regigigas is kind of like the end-all be-all. We are. This is me. You have to wake me up with all the Reggies are with you. So, but Tornadus, on the other hand, very fast. Usually built for support. Normally has Prankster. Is the only Pokemon up to this point in Gen 5, mind you. After we hit Sword and Shield is a different story, but Gen 5, it is the only pure flying type. So it can claim to fame in Gen 5 that it was the only pure flying type in the game. But it had Prankster and it was usually made for support. Whether it's setting up Tailwind, Rain, and all that stuff, so it wasn't really offensive. Unlike its brother Thundurus, who was offensive in a way. They were both very supportive in a way. But Thundurus had a chance to be offensive, and then eventually their Dream World ability, which is Defiant. Defiant is basically if any stats are lowered, their attack stat goes up. Thundurus took advantage of it more than Tornadus, so. And with those two, you can capture Landorus, the third of the genies. Which Landorus was the ground flying type, which you can't go wrong except for obviously being affected by ice. So. And then they had their Therian forms, where Tornadus turned into like a bird with Regenerator as its ability, which is pretty good. Because that just means that whenever you switch out, you restore health. Like 33%, I think it's the exact amount. And it was I think I don't know if it was faster, but I know it hit harder which that's why people preferred Tornadus Therian for when it came to offenses and stuff. Thunderous became like a Thunder Dragon, essentially speaking, with Volt Absorb. It's pretty cool. I think they hit harder, but they're slower. And then Landorus Therian, the most, or one of the most oppressive motherfuckers in the planet. He was one that he had Intimidate. He obviously was part flying, so he didn't get affected by ground moves, and was very, how you say, opposing. You have Earthquake. You have, well, it didn't have a good flying type move except for Fly, unfortunately. And it had a rock move for any ice types that may come in. Or maybe switch it up and use superpower and shit. Let's just say, I think the best out of all the three Therian forms. I say 3 because we're not talking about Legends, and Legends is a whole nother story on the Therian forms, because I don't think a lot of people like Enamorous, I believe its name is. So, but, yep. But I did like that they explained why legendaries still exist, and like, let's say that one kid who captured all the legendaries is not just with the kid, because humans don't live forever, and the game, I like how they like, oh, by the way, they'll be with you for now, because once you die, all legendaries will go back to where they belong. So get used to having them for a little bit. Kind of put in perspective, like, all these legendaries you capture, like, oh, when your protagonist dies, they all go back to the real world, and that's it, it's over. You have no legendaries. Oh, cool, Bide. It's only good if you're bulky, because Bide, it takes 3 turns for you to actually do something, and 2 of those turns you're taking hits. So yeah, not the greatest move in the world, because you basically dish out, I believe it's double the amount of damage you've received, but it's not great. Oh yeah, fuck, freaking rangers coming out of the bushes. But yeah, it's not a great move by any means. It's like an early move that, sure, I'll use it kind of thing. Oh, Curlia, nice. Very good Psychic type. Well, good if you can't trade. Because I think Alakazam is better, but Gardevoir is just as powerful, and then obviously you have Gallade as an option if you wanted to. And then eventually they become fairy types. Which is kind of weird, because then Curlia loses his fairy typing, gains a fighting typing instead. Instead of the other way around, where Curlia is just pure psychic and then gains the fighting typing. Fighting psychic is always weird, I'm not gonna lie. I do know this berry, it's a Pecha berry. Oh! I think this is... Thanks for Defense Curl, by the way. Fucking great. Oh, okay, so Black and White 2 is the Zoroark event. Ah, shit. I think. Because I think it would bring it around here, it would remove all the illusions and shit, or at least this wide area. Or at least, I think it was the first game. It was in this area specifically, and then obviously this area became big, there was a trailer home, the Zoroark would come out as a human and fight you. And it wouldn't be like a human, it would obviously be one of the legendary beasts from Gen 2, but it was interesting. And it didn't know how to talk, so it just growled at you. While this one apparently knew how to talk and was like, oh, by the way, here's Defense Curl, because fuck you kind of thing, apparently. At least in our randomizer. I don't know what move it gives you in the actual game, Because I don't know what TM it gives you, but I know in, or at least in our randomizer, it just give us defense scroll, which sucks. Unless you're running rollout. Rollout is pretty good with defense scroll. Because if you use defense scroll then rollout, rollout's power gets doubled. So, Wiggly, tough. Evolution of Jigglypuff with a Moonstone. It's an okay normal type. It gets better when its fairy typing exists, but I think at this point in time you would want to run Clefable instead. If you're gonna run like a normal type. But this Wigglytuff is becoming a nuisance right now, is what I'm noticing. I can survive one more hit. I'll do it. Oh, Snarl? What the fuck? Joke's on you, I was attacking you physically. Cause Celebi just carries a steamroller. Yeah, joke's on you, motherfucker. Oh, what? Ooh. Yes, I want to learn this, but... Fuck it, I'll get rid of Barrier. I like Barrier just because it boosted up the physical defenses, because Celebi would get hit pretty hard by U-turn right now. Or not U-turn, but like bug moves that were physical, but... Again, not that many physical bug moves that are good. Mega Horn, and I think U-turn are like the only ones of its time at that moment. If we're talking about like what generation, Sun and Moon, Leech Life becomes better, and then there's Lunge. Oh shit, it's Munchlax. It might eviscerate me, or I get paralyzed and I can't move. And then it hits me with a signature move of Executor. I believe that's the signature move for Executor. Yeah, that was Egg Bomb. I know, bro. I know. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here? Cool. I'm gonna die to a fucking Munchlax. Because I can't fucking put it to sleep. You know, I'll just throw up a Great Ball. Fuck it. It captures it, doesn't it, doesn't. It's gonna kill me either way, and apparently I can't move anyways, so I'm gonna get paralyzed and sleep till the day I fucking die. Or I just capture it. Dude. Success. My name is Super 8. Munchlax, a very cute baby Pokemon. I know it's dumb, but I'm calling it this. There you go. If I misspell something at some point, laugh at me. Because I have no concept of spelling half the time. I'm switching because of that. Because Swalot, not a good poison type, unfortunately. Introduced in Gen 3. I like Swalot because it looks kind of weird and goofy, but not a good Pokemon, unfortunately. And ironically, its pre-evolution Gulpin's like a stomach. Or at least that's like its explanation, because Gulpin doesn't actually have like a stomach. So whatever he eats ends up like dissolving. There you go. At a moment into acid. And I believe that's the same thing for Swalot, where it literally doesn't have a stomach. It just eats and then starts melting into acid. I just want to escape. Oh no, Wormhole. Please, let me go. This is the only thing I hate about Pokemon. What the fuck? Well, that's the first time you're ever gonna see that fucking Wurmple taking out a Celebi. I should have known that was coming. I should have known that was coming. Then you. But Wurmple, early bug type, Gen 3. It evolves at random. I'm emphasizing on random because I know there's like a actual explanation on what it evolves into, because it's not based on gender or time or anything like that. It's based on these like last two integers and shit of its personality, and I'm like, it's just way too complicated to calculate. It's better to just say random. So before I go on, I'm gonna do two things. I need a grab cut from Turtwig, and I need a heal Celebi. So back to Nimbasa we go. Miss, I need to heal my legendary God of Time. Please, miss. I need it better. Thank you. Now we're gonna grab Cut. Unfortunately, I gotta box someone, so I think I'm gonna box our. Oh, let's see. Also, oh fuck yeah, he has the item that this chick was talking about for mushrooms. He said naughty nature. Wow. So much like Snorlax are known for special defense, so it sucks that it has a negative special defense nature, but oh well. But it has Barrage, Bulk Up, Dragon Breath, and Mud Bomb. Not a bad spread, but if you want a physical attacker, but oh wait, let me back out. There we go. And then we'll continue on. We'll continue on at least in that route so I can see what's up with that. Oh my god, please. Because I want to see what item it is, because you never know, it could be a good item. Turtwig's cut. Or it's gonna be an HP up, which, yay. It doesn't do anything except HP up. Oh god, it's Sentry. Those items like HP up and like the health wing and what else? The other one, proteins and stuff. Those are all EV training items. Before, I believe Sword and Shield, you could only give them 10. 10 of the vitamins. So you'd only be able to EV train it up to that point. Where the vitamins give you 10 points in whichever stat it's in. So HP up will give you 10 points in HP. While the feathers only give you 1. And yes, there's like items, like the berries, that can go reverse instead of giving you 10. And in an EV point, it subtracts 10 from it, but it makes your Pokemon friendlier to you. I won't lie. I use those items whenever I was doing friendship evolutions because it's just easier. You just give it to a stat that you're not gonna use. Like for example, if you're gonna use Azumarill. Oh my God, Celebi, you're becoming like the worst team member right now. I need you to hit something. I need you to hit Celebi. Thank you. And it's okay. Like, you could EV train like that, and then that's like 100 less that you have to worry about. But you can only give 100 vitamins in total, so you think about what stat you want to train up that's going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, I need strength for that one. Fuck. Well, I do have strength actually. But do I have the badge for it? I don't think so. Let's see who can learn strength. Well, Hades can. Should I give up a move? I am. I'm probably gonna give up Mega Kick because despite it being 120, it's 75 accuracy, and I'd rather have 100 accuracy, but it's 80, which is not bad. But again, will we keep Hades? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure. I like the idea. The Hades is like a Charmeleon that has is going to be a Charizard with Magma Storm, but Magma Storm only has 5 PP, so I would need like a double fire type move, like Flamethrower maybe. So we'll see. If we don't get it, we don't get like if we don't keep Hades, we don't keep him. So be it. We'll find a better Pokemon. So I believe the move Snarl was introduced in Gen 5. It was a sound-based move that wasn't super strong, but what it did was oh, Celebi's gone. It allowed you to hit the opponent and lower their special attack. So you didn't have to worry about using like a status move or anything like that because it could be taunts and shit going around. Alright, Ursaring has Zap Cannon, so let's get rid of him. And it was pretty effective in doubles, as you can tell, or as you saw. You hit the two opposing Pokemons and you do damage. So you break whatever it is that they may have. And if they're both special attackers, you just weakened both of them at the same time. If not, you just did a bit of chit damage to one of them, enough for the other one to be able to take them out. So it's a kind of depends on your strategies here and there. What you want Snarl for. Usually well, at least in our current meta of Sword and Shield, you'll see Snarl on Incineroars. Like above other Pokemon. There's not too many Pokemon that run Snarl. Do I run Snarl? Yes I do. But I use it in I usually use it on Incineroar. But Incineroar has a better move called Parting Shot now, so. Oh, there you go. What do you prefer? I prefer not to be talking to you. Backpacker? Even though I think it's an A stringer, Scott. Even though I think the sprite I like using for Showdown, which is a website that you can like battle anyone, whether it's with a random team or with a team that you made, depending on your format. I use the 5th gen male backpacker sprite. I like it because it's nonchalant. It's not like very flashy or anything like that. Because you could choose gym leaders and the protagonists and shit, but I'm like, it's not flashy. Of course, Vigoroth woke up. Yikes, those PNGs of roots. Mm. Yikes. Just gonna. There we go. That's it. It's over. Oh, automize. Or autotomize. Autotomize. It's a move that cuts your weight in half, I believe. But not only that, it gives you a speed boost. Kind of like using agility, except you cut your weight in half. Just so I'll take a good look at it. Yeah, it sheds parts of the user's body to make itself lighter and sharply raises its speed. This can kind of help you if you're going against teams or a Pokemon that, let's say, uses low kick, which is based on your weight, or grass knot. I'm also gonna see who can learn fly. Oh, sure. Sure, Jackie can learn fly. Our starter. I'll think about taking it to Hades if Hades stays on the team longer, but it's just a flying frog. I think that's more concerning than a flying. Actually, no. A flying roach still beats a flying frog any day. At least I think. Oh, brother and sister. Interesting. Interesting duo. Let's just purge the Gligar, Bone Club, the Magnemite. If I had an Ice type move, it would be 4 times affected on Gligar. Luckily, Ground type is 4 times affected against Magnemite, because Magnemite's electric and steel. Unfortunately, oddly enough, despite it levitating off the ground, it does not have Levitate, nor is it immune to ground type moves, so it does have to watch for that. And then Gligar's, well, both Gligar and Magnemite are physically defensive in terms of stats, so like me hitting it with Luster Purge actually was more beneficial if instead of me going for Steamroller, which is what I just did right now, because it has a little bit of health, and plus Lugia goes first anyway, so doesn't matter. Bro and sis. The duo goes on. Alright. I want to talk to you, miss. There you go. Our eyes met. Pokemon battle. Let's go. Oh, God. Kate? I probably read that wrong. In my mind, but whatever. I'm just gonna snarl. Love this is a very shitty Pokemon. Only reason you only love this is for Pokedex, or because you were farming heart skills, because heart skills are very common on Love Disc. So, at least especially in Gen 4, if you didn't want to like go in the underground and farm, how you say it, really, you have that move, Love Disc. Alright. If you didn't want to farm heart skills in the underground, you capture Love Disc and just steal, or use Thief and just take the heart skill from them. So. Oh my god, Hayes level 28. Better fucking. What movie? Fucking A. Yes. Hades, you seem to be proving a point here. You. God, Kate. I can't believe it. Someone is a trainer class. God. Let's switch. Yeah, I want to experience it for Jackie. Alright. I believe this is a trek back to like. Oh. Elevator's broken. Of course. Thanks, sir. You shiny man. Oh. Please. Alright. Don't know why you have an umbrella indoors. Weirdo. Well, not weird. Correction. Well, it is weird. At least in my opinion. Because you're indoors. But whatever. We're done with this area. Looks like we're gonna go to the gym. Let me just pick up our boy Ryan, the Nito Reno, and see where we're at here. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. No, I don't want to continue operations. Alright, we'll heal. And Lisa's technically an electric gym, but again, randomizer, so we'll see what the fuck she has. She usually has, I think, Zepstrika as her ace, and like a Malgas, but we'll see. Also, let me adjust the team here. Technically for now, even though again I don't know if I'm gonna keep Hades. Big if. You might be wondering, isn't it a waste of time then to be training Hades? But technically might be, but who knows? We'll see if everyone wants to keep him on the squad. If not, I kick him out. Oh my god. Hitting the fucking walls of the gym multiple times. Yep. Thanks for the fresh water. Motherfucker. Yeah, electric types. Sure, there's electric types. Let me just save. If there was electric types, I would not be sending Lugia out first. That's cha. Cha cha. Yep. This is how it goes. We're gonna fight people down the walkway until we get to Lisa. Miss Magius. Oh shit. A ghost type, and I'm 2 levels lower. I should be fine. Famous last words, because Miss Magius does have a decent special attack stat. Or it just killed itself. Interesting. It normally has Levitate. It has Ice Shard. Cringe. Ow. That's... Wow, even with a maxed out attack stat, you suck. Well, it did hit me for 40 for fuck's sake, so... It is technically hitting harder than I would like. I'll do Simipour. It trades my magma armor. So hot. Oh. There you go. Jackie will learn Scald? We don't have a water type move, so I'm gonna get rid of Spatial Red. As much as I love Palkia's signature move, I'm gonna get rid of that for a water type move. Because who knows, maybe we don't capture a water type Pokemon because we don't have water type Pokemon at all. Oh my god, yes, yes, yes. Now get the fuck out of here. Do we need to heal Lugia? Sure, we'll heal him. Alright, I think this is literally just gonna give him an item. Let me not do that motion. I'm so used to the later gens where you could just be like, here, clean your wounds. Like they actually have a heal button, and then they take you to your medicine pouch so you can heal them. There we go, another one. Oh my god. So. Oh yeah, more voice acting. I don't remember. I don't remember that there was voice act. Well, I didn't remember there was any more voice acting after Roxy. So that whole clip. Are you ready? I'm like, that's really fucking weird. Sure, I am. In theory. I'm just gonna bone club the Grimer. As it punches like King of the Sea. But who knows? It is literally a sludge. And if you spell Muck's name backwards, it's very interesting. Very peculiar why Game Freak went that in that direction. Oh look, Diglett. Look at how small it looks. Or at least it looks so weird. Bye. Super fast. Can hit hard, but it's usually like a trap setter, like with Arena Trap, to get rid of any Pokemons that are obnoxious. I know I did not say the word right, but I can never say that. I don't think that's a word I could say properly. Oh my god. Please. Are you ready? I'm not listening to that every single time. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Call me weird here. And it would be a lot of work for Game Freak. And I know they probably would never do it. I kind of wish, wow, with no fists, it could fucking punch me. Kind of wish there was voice acting in Pokemon. Oh, Typal. It eventually evolves into a ground water type, but it's not yet a ground water type, which is why it worked. Alright, going back to the voice acting stuff. I kind of wish they did some voice acting in the games, and it wasn't just like rereading dialogue. I understand back in the days of like pixels and stuff, but since we're getting to like a 3D era of Pokemon, I kind of wish for like some actual like acting, voice acting. I don't want it to be Resident Evil 1 voice acting, being like, you were almost a Jill sandwich, and I'm like, I don't want that type of voice acting. Oh shit. Look at that. Alright. In case I gotta use Jackie, give me my item. And what I'm gonna do, because I need to give this to Volo, because I think Volo needs it more. I'm very meticulous with my levels. I like to keep my highest level Pokemon in the last slot, but... And then we'll save, do a safety save. I forgot there was so much voice. There's actually voices in this area. Let me just... I'll go behind her. There you go. So you can see a back model of her. But yeah, she went to be a fashion model. this little gym leader who has Ursaring, the finest electric type in the world. I really is a normal type, but what the fuck? Oh yeah, it does technically have Zap Cannon, so it does count for the electric typing. I forgot Ursaring had Zap Cannon. Alright, thank God. So Zap Cannon is a 50-50 accurate electric move that guarantees paralysis when it hits. I want you to know the fact that it hit twice now is a legit big fuck me kind of moment. Where we're just gonna just fight it with Volo. Let's just Flame Wheel. And there you go. It's weaker now. Can't believe it. The Zap Cannon. What the fuck is this Ursaring? Also, piss poor damage? What the Webster? I forgot at least his name is not Webster instead. Fuck me. It's hilarious. What the fuck is going on here? I do such little damage, what the fuck? What the when did Ursaring become so bulky? What the fuck's going on here? I don't... I feel like their stats are modified. Look at this heal order here. Okay. But what the fuck? Alright. Alright. Well, Mud Shot here, and hopefully get rid of the Ursaring. There we go. I'm ironically using a ground type Pokemon. Hoot Hoot. That's not her ace, is it? That's not her ace, is it? It was. I can't believe it. I can't believe Hutu is her ace, which is ironic because it's weak to electric. And it had color change, so it just flat out died. Now we're on the... There we go, it's over. Get rid of that. Or not. Of course. Why wouldn't that work? Why wouldn't Mudshot, a special move that Garchom's not really known for special attacks, work? The fact that I can't teach it Dig, unironically. And I won against Webster. Yes. The 4th badge is now ours. I forgot the name of this badge. The Bolt badge, alright. Hey, that's me! Fuck off. Focus energy? It used to be Volt Switch. Oh, that's so gross. I don't like. I kind of hate that. That's focus energy. I'm just getting shitty. The TMs are just getting shittier and shittier. Fuck me. What the fuck? Walk with me. I can't believe it. Dude, I'm a star. All the ladies watch out. I'm gonna get them. I can't believe it. Of course. And then unfortunately, Lugia bit the dust. Or Lucas. Or Lugia bit the dust. Should've just leveled Garchomp at this point. Lucas hasn't been a disappointment, but it's not a. Hasn't been. It holds its weight. Of course. Let me just calm the fuck down with the bike. And we'll do that. There we go. We're all healed. I hope I don't need an HM. Thank you. My team is worse for wear. What I might do is give me back my smooth sand. And move the experience share to Lugia. Seems redundant since he's in the front, but if I switch him out and then he's not there for the next Pokemon, then he doesn't get the XP unless he has the experience share. Oh yeah, forgot about these guys. Team Plasma. Oops. What a conundrum they're becoming. Feel my rage. You can't punch people in Pokemon, please. I'm right over here. Yes. Feel my rage. My baby rage. Well, motherfucker, you're by yourself. I'm right here. I do got nerve. But not nerves of steel. More like nerves of, like, metal. Oh, dude, it's Big Thanos. If he was shiny, obviously. What a conundrum. It's like I have an electric type move on me. Unfortunately, it does damage to me, but... It has a knockoff? Ew. No, my experience share. I think if I'm correct, you don't actually lose the item if the opponent does a knockoff. Like, the item's effect won't occur and technically you lost it, but you don't lose it. If that makes any sense. Like, it's not gone forever, kind of thing. Because if that was the case, yikes. Oh my god, no. Is this a double battle or is this singles? I hope. Yeah, it's a singles, thank god. In a way. Oh, Loudred. Go, Lucas. Oh, you got pressure? Oof, guess what? You can't pressure me. Get the fuck out of here. Bye. I'm leaving. And then we'll send in Jackie to fucking slap the shit out of him. Oddly enough, Jackie's kinda useful. With the whole fighting type. Would have never thought we'd fight a lot of Pokemon that... Oh, it has Fly too, I forgot about that. Jackie's moveset is so different from when we started. Night Daze, Blast Burn, and Overheat. It's so different. I'm glad, thank god. Jackie's a true ninja. Pirates. There we go. Yeah, you are searching for something. And then we couldn't animate them leaving, so. Oh, they stole your sister's purloin. Interesting. Is that why you have rage towards them? And you're counting on me? You can't be strong? Interesting. I feel. It's a shame that music's gone. By the way, that music hits different. I actually like that music. I believe it's not. I know the music has something to do with N, but it is what it is. Sure, I want to learn about rotation battles. The things that never picked up. So, in Black and White, and Black and White 2, they released triple battles and rotation battles. Triple battles kind of stayed for X and Y because there is a battle between like the three Reggies and you and stuff for like a trainer that has it. Rotation battles never stuck. Rotation battles were the worst in hindsight. So I'll be honest with you, I never liked rotation battles. Oh my god. It was like you rotated, then you hit, and the opponent gets a chance to hit, but it was like, ugh, it wasn't great. Like, look, if I click that, there's two rotation symbols. If I rotate here for Celebi, if I rotate the other way, it was for Garchomp. And I could do that and then rotate for much. Like, it was kind of like a who did what, like rotates first and does that shit. And that's and it has Blizzard. The fuck? You almost killed me. How does Beautifly almost kill me? You have no such thing as attack. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm 4 times affected by the way, to Blizzard, but like, come on. But yeah, rotation battles or triple battles, at least rotation battles didn't pick up. Rotation battles suck. Triple battles were okay. And for some reason, the music stays when one of your Pokemon's low on health. It sucks. Because now we're going to be hearing this the entire time. The whole low music thing now, unless I switch out Garchomp. But Garchomp has to be in the front rotation in order for that to be a thing. I get Venoshock? The fuck? And then he keeps rotating, which is annoying. Like, whoever thought of rotation battles was having conniption about, like, oh my god, I think rotation battles would be interesting. That you have 3 Pokemon. It's kind of like a triple battle, but you're rotating between these 3 Pokemon. And it wasn't. I like triple battles. You have like half the team out already. But it was whatever. Like, center could hit all three. The left could hit the left and the center. Right could hit the right and the center. And same with spread moves. Spread moves, it was if you did Earthquake on the right, you only hit the center and and the right. And then same thing with the left and center. While the middle could hit all three. Like I would prefer triple battle concepts over rotation battles. If someone told me we're gonna make a game of rotation battles, I'm gonna wanna die. I'd prefer triple battles, and I think what it is in Pokemon Black and Black 2, I think it was you get exposed to rotation battles, and in White 1 and White 2, you get exposed to triple battles. And it's such a concept that I'm like, I understand some people got kind of like Pokemon's getting stale and all this and the first games, I know we're playing two, but the first games weren't received kind of well because you were forced to use only Unova Pokemon, which is fine in the end of the day. Who gives a shit? Like, I don't mind if a generation has enough Pokemon to do that. You're not gonna lose your fucking marbles. Will some teams look relatively similar? Who gives a shit? It's how you use them. Because you and I could have a Scoutland, but only one of them will be better, or both of them will be just as good, but one will have an edge over the other one depending on moves. Obviously, we can be like, oh, we're gonna put superpower on each of ours and just superpower our way home, but then you account for abilities and all that shit and natures and items also. But yeah, I remember. I think in oh yeah, there's sometimes you'll run into bird Pokemon and all that stuff. Yeah, when you hear that noise and you see like a circle, like right there. Usually they're ducklets and swanas. It's just a flying frog. Brother. We'll try to capture this motherfucker with a quick ball. Why not? It's such a weird conniption to just have a flying toad. I have a frog. And we're just gonna see a flying toad and out of nowhere and not gonna catch it? Fuck it. The fact that Seismitoad is another water ground type Pokemon. You think they love the water type water ground Pokemon? Not as much as you think. They actually like fighting fire for some reason a lot. There's a lot of fighting of fire Pokemon. Oh wait, can't spell. There you go. Oh, damn. Ah, fuck it. I'm sticking with the name. I realized it was female halfway into the spelling. Yeah, Toadsworth, which is technically an old man in the Mario universe. There's another flying. See it? See that shadow? Watch it be another Seismitoad. Just oh shit, ninjas. It's a very fast bug type used to pass stats. I'm not gonna catch it, but that's pretty cool. It has Heart Swap. Interesting. Heart Swap stats swaps the stats, and by stats I mean like the stat changes. So, for example, which is a strat I used to use to shut down Xerneas back in X and Y. At least in Showdown, not in the actuality of it. I used to use Magearna because Magearna also had the signature move, Heart Swap, because it's a signature move of Manaphy. Nice, pretty wing. Does nothing for me. Resist Wing is one of those effort value items that we were talking about earlier. But we're just getting wings apparently. What was I? What's the other Pokemon I was just talking? Oh yeah, Magearna is another one that has Heart Swap. And Heart Swap was an interesting move because you would swap these stats that your target got. So if you use, imagine Geomancy Xerneas, who has who gets 2 in special attack. I'm gonna ignore it. Special attack, special defense, and speed. I always knew that they were usually power herbs, so it means you would use the move immediately because Power Herb turned a 2-turn move into a 1-turn move. So Fly, Sky Drop, Xerneas is Geomancy. And so what would happen is they would do that turn 1 because I know it's faster, and then I'd Heart Swap and take their boost. Or even back when Z moves were a thing, and people would use EV-Z move. I would Heart Swap it and like laugh as I took it, or just force them to swap out. It was hilarious. Oh yeah, the new and old Team Plasma. This is the old Team Plasma is the one that looks like a knight. The new Team Plasma that's pirate like. Um, but yeah, it's kind of a thing. Oh yeah, Lord N split the group who wants to save Pokemon's and the group of follower of Getsus that plans to take over the world. But yeah, it was a very demeaning strat to fucking just take their stats or force them to switch to lose all the stat boosts. Because you want to be able to play around the whole idea of like, oh, I'm gonna win by forcing you to switch so you lose all your stats and then, or at least all the stat boosts. And then you would kind of um, force them to have to use it again. And in Geomancy's case, you would see them have a turn of having to like use the move and then wait for the move to go off the second turn. While obviously the EV boost or Evo boost, I think is what it's called, wouldn't wouldn't get a chance to be used again. Oh my god, how many fucking medals am I getting? Wouldn't get a chance to do it again because you only got one Z move per battle. So kind of get fucked on. Ooh, steadfast, nice. All right, Toadsworth. Neutral nature, steadfast versus the speed every time you get hit. For the most part, you have even special and physical attack. Yeah, nothing crazy. I already have a water move, but it was nice to see Toadsworth. Despite it being female, unironically. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what? I'll walk. Now it's kind of slowed down. It kind of speeds up. Ah, Shellbell, nice. Basically, when you do damage, you restore some health. Think of it as an aggressive leftovers. You gotta hit someone in order to heal, kind of thing. So, aggressive as leftovers. So we'll see. Oh yeah, the whole we can trade and shit. You can trade with your friends, trade with a stranger, trade with that person in the Pokemon competitions if you go to competitions, or go with that neighborhood friend or schoolyard friends, dude. I don't. There was a few times as a kid I'd bring my Pokemon games with me. So I can't say it was like it was uncommon for kids to bring their Pokemon games. If you're a part of that crew that played Pokemon, you pretty much brought your Pokemon games with you. And it's always fun to find like some of the younger kids and be like, what is new? Let's see what they got in their heads. And kind of not teach them everything because I don't fucking know everything about Pokemon, but like, kind of be like, if this was me, again, me, not you, me, I'd probably do this and this. Why? Because naturally, this Pokemon's known for this, or naturally, this Pokemon has a better stat in this department. So, so I wow, the lustrous orb. Jesus Christ, Palkia, where are you? That's a held item for Palkia. If you give it to Palkia, it would boost up its water and dragon moves. But only Palkia. Gave it to Kingdra? Go fuck yourself. To Salamence? No. Which is funny, because the dex entry for, I think, the weakness for Palkia, obviously before fairies existed, was Salamence. That was Palkia's weakness. It didn't specify why. I don't know why it was like that for a while, but it's kind of a weird like Google thing that's funny to search up. Like, oh, Palkia's only weakness was Salamence. and fairies, but Salamence, which is funny because I think Salamence is kind of fallen off at least a little bit, in my opinion. Still really good because it was um, outclassing Pokemons like Dragonite and all that stuff that had priority out of all the things in the world. And then Salamence has Intimidate to make it bulkier and hinder some of the physical attackers and stuff. Nice. And it has Moxie, so every time I KO a Pokemon, yeah, that's basically a big root. If you absorb if you absorb HP from the opponents, you absorb more HP. Um, but yeah, and then it has Moxie, so Salamence is pretty good, especially when you start KOing Pokemon. So if you get like a Dragon Dance or 2 Dragon Dances, you can start just left and right KOing, and it's one of those monsters. Especially in the Sword and Shield meta, it could be a monster. I say could be because it all depends. Where it could Dynamax and use Max Airstream, which will come off either Fly or Dual Wing Beat. And it boosts your speed, but if you manage to KO a Pokemon, that's it's an interesting. Oh shit! I have 11 of these shards. The fuck? You can basically raise your speed and then boost your attack if you KO a Pokemon. Ooh. Speaking of this, let's. I could. Let me see, what else do you have? I saw shit in there that I was like interested. Memento's interesting because you obviously KO, but you lower the attacking stats. Fake Out's good. Secret Sword is a signature move that does physical damage, even though it's a special move. Milk Drink is Milk Tank's healing. Milk Tank's healing move. Dragon Tail always goes last, but it switches out an opponent's Pokemon. If it's a wild Pokemon, it ends it. Weather Ball depends on the weather, will depend on its typing, and does more damage. I think it's 50 base power right now. Thunderbolt's obviously a classic. You can't really go wrong with Thunderbolt. Wide Guard is kind of like Protect, except for like moves like Rock Slide, Earthquake, and kind of things. Gravity's. We had mentioned Gravity earlier when we were talking about Darkrai, where Gravity basically ensures every move is 100% accurate. And not only that, if you're flying, levitating, you're grounded. So, kind of like a. There you go, you're grounded. You can't use the flying or levitate to your advantage. I don't know, kid. I don't know why they evolve. What I'm currently doing here right now is just going through the city and seeing if there's like anything I could grab. And then after that, let me see. Air balloon, nice. It's a one-time use item, but oh yeah, the balloon man. So air balloon, basically, your Pokemon becomes immune to ground type moves, but once you get hit, it pops like a balloon, obviously. So, and then you become susceptible to ground type moves again. Unless you're Zygarde, who has 1,000 arrows that hits flying Pokemon regardless. So, sir, turn around, please. Oh, Charles. Sure, we'll do triple battles. So this is the other battle format that was introduced in the 5th gen. I'm more of a fan of this one than the rotation. So yeah, I like how the bulk is Pokemon and is on the side. So essentially speaking, so you see, oh, actually there are certain moves that can hit from all directions. Oh yeah, I forgot. So this thing shift. What it will do is it'll shift and wastes your turn. By the way, it's like your actual turn. We'll swap Lugia and Garchomp. All right, at least in this situation, we'll swap Lugia with Garchomp, And then, so Lugia will be in the center, and Garchomp will be on the left, which kind of sucks in a way. Well, not sucks, but like it's an interesting strat to do. Garchomp unfortunately does not have that option since he's in the center, and can hit all three while, and you can shift Celebi to Garchomp's side, which ironically will, Garchomp will still hit the center, but yeah. And then let me see if, example, you see where I can't hit Vespiquen if I go Steamroller. If I go Luster Purge, yeah, same thing. Even Snarl, ironically. So you kind of like, it puts you in perspective like that. I'm surprised Air Slash can actually hit all opponents. Did not anticipate that, but yeah. So like rotation battles suck. Triple battles are not great, but I'll take a triple battle over a rotation battle any day. So, and you see how it only hits Celebi and Garchomp? It's a gross, but it works. So, we'll do that. And we'll do that. And hopefully that ends the battle. Never mind, we have another turn of hell. Ugh. Gross. Powder Snow. Or Power... Yeah, Powder Snow. A very weak Ice-type move. But it doesn't matter if you're 4 times affected, and that's why it does that much damage. And because Lugia missing, or Lucas, we're gonna have to switch. Or not switch, but oh, Ancient Power, cool. I got rid of it's only 5, but it gives me an Omni boost. Fuck it. If I really want a ground type move again, I'll just teach it Mud Shot again. Let's be honest here. I think Mud Shot was more accurate anyways. So, in hindsight, it didn't. Garchomp wants, Volo wants to learn Fire Spin. Fuck no, I have Flame Wheel. Why the fuck am I gonna teach him Fire Spin? That Vespiquen had Flame Burst? Oh yeah. Flame Burst is one of those moves that actually will hit like everyone. Or not everyone, but anyone in the vicinity of the move. And then obviously I can't do anything with Celebi, so I'm just gonna switch it for Jackie, which is gonna waste time, unfortunately. The only downside for not finishing off Vespiquen when we had the chance. Ancient Power, 4 times affected because of Bug Flying. But there is a chance for Omni Boosts. There we go. There we go. I'm good. There's no competition for triple battles. I would have a heart attack if that was the case. Not really, obviously, because I'm too young for that. We're gonna switch this item. Give it to Volo. Alright, we've heard that slow version of Driftfield, unfortunately. Again, at this point, I am just going through the town, seeing what's I can grab. And then tomorrow, I know it's 4th of July, but I'm gonna be streaming around the same time like I did today, around 12:30, more or less. Go through the whole process of let's see if we can take down the gym, which I'm noticing a trend of like, we'll take down the gym, blah blah, and do whatever it is we're doing, because that's the gym. Unfortunately, I think we need to take care of Team Plasma in this moment before we can even do the gym. So this is the last building we got to check. But a Pokemon that knows Energy Ball. Yep. Who can learn Energy Ball again? No one I want to learn Energy Ball, but I can teach you to Volo. I'll get rid of Giga Drain. Because Energy Ball is 90, Giga Drain 75. Though it would benefit off of Big Root. I don't even have Big Root on Volo. And I have Heal Order anyways, so... Does it waste a turn of, like... thing? Oh, Heart Scale. Thank you. I don't know how useful that's gonna be, but if we find the move relearner, that'll be very useful actually. But yeah, well, I think this will be the last building we check out. I'll head to the Pokemon Center just to have it end there, and then next time 4th of July, maybe we'll stream just as long as we did today. I don't know. Well, depends how everything gunning and going and nothing catches on fire. We'll do a bit more tomorrow. More of the afternoon, so it's not at night when everyone's enjoying their fireworks for 4th of July. If you're here in the States, if you're not, but you still do fireworks, or let's say it's not your thing, but you have family or friends that do that stuff, or maybe you do have that thing and you do it yourself. Okay, I don't judge. Let it be that you enjoy it. If not, if you don't enjoy that and you enjoy fireworks and it's a terrible day, I hope you're okay. And for the pets, because I know some pets don't do well in fireworks. I hope they are okay tomorrow when that happens. But, well, not but. Yeah. All right, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this moment. We've taken down Elisa. We've taken down some Team Plasma. We saw an interesting Pokemon, Latios. We've gone through the whole rotation and triple battles, which are like disgusting. I don't like them. I'll be honest. And next time we'll see what we can do with Team Plasma, because I know they're gonna be an issue, and then we'll try to take down the gym Clay. We're still technically under level because I think even though Clay is like 32, I believe, highest level, so it's not much of a difference from Elise. But we'll see if we can take it around. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time as today, and hopefully stay safe out there. Ciao.